It's my cat. Ooh, happy holidays, or for those who celebrate. There's a message for someone. I was gonna turn off the comments, but I'm gonna leave it for now. But it's heavy energy, heavy portals. So we're gonna do a little meditation cleansing first, and then yeah, a lot of you, don't worry, I'll post this on the YouTube channel. You can check out the YouTube channel. That's Tico. Just anyway, yeah. There's a message here, right here. Yeah, I just left it, and just because sometimes I channel and I just kind of just, you know. Happy New Year for those who celebrate. This is a continuation, that meditation, grounding, shadow work, since last night, midnight. So yeah, I just decided to just like press record and be like, okay, let's just save it. Maybe lessons or things can come up from me diving into my tower decks. Yes, because I don't know if you guys know, I just moved. Yeah, but it's been like really like not have a lot of stuff, but it's okay. It's very peaceful and I'm grateful. And so yeah, we're going to, yeah, right here, all this. Yeah, I've been cleansing since last night, new thing, new beginning, and you know, but it's like, okay, it's time to get back into what I'm here for, I'm good at it. Use my gift for what it needs to be used for. Healing, awakening, and kind of discerning, and also helping with the decolonization. I'm still in it. We're still in decolonization and boycotting and, you know, doing the things that humans should be doing, you know. Yeah, even when you're struggling and stuff like that, you still have to continue doing that. And I got that reminder today. And it's 2:55 when I started this live, by the way. When you're watching this, what time is it? Just, yeah, anyways, cleansing. We're going to start. This is my first video and it will be on YouTube. But also this is for a reminder for, I think I'm gonna start this year. If you look at my link tree, there's a lot of families there that are trying to survive genocide. Yeah, this is why for a lot of real people, like who have conscience, like we couldn't party last night because all we can think of is like, a lot of us hold 2 years of genocide evidence and stuff like that in our telegrams. You can look at it yourself. You go to my telegram and you look at the little pin, little red, little thing pin for you. And it has all the evidence that you need to like speak up and have that courage and energy that we all need to be having. A lot of you, I talk a lot of hard truth here, and a lot of people get triggered and they want to be here and stuff like that. That's fine. That means the message is not for you. I'm not your reader, whatever the fuck, whatever, when I post this on YouTube. But for now, I decided to go live on TikTok. Why not? I don't know. Spirit was just like, let's continue it. You know, a lot of you decided to, this message is also for those who last night, you just felt like you did not want to be around people. And I know this is not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. That's the point, and that's why I come randomly live here. I know I don't, you know, I am grateful for a lot of you who donate and do all the, you know, all the things that you got to do to keep me in a algorithm, to keep me here, because I speak a lot of truth and I hold a lot of truth. And today I got reminded that dragon, like phoenix, like fire, that works in silence. And there's a lot of prayer meditation last night. By myself. There's so much silence, and then there's Tico who come now and then like, meow, wake up, or like and you're like, oh, okay, wait, I have to go back to reality. But the reality that we're living, I don't like to bypass it. This is why I tell a lot of tarot readers, who you are a real tarot reader, you need to decolonize. You need to fucking decolonize this white supremacy energy, the colonization energy. Empire, US, propaganda, all that bullshit. You have to, because you're not going to give the truthful energy. You're not going to give them the energy, the real gift, when you don't do that. This work is so sacred and silent, but also loud. It's loud. It's been so loud. There's Sudan and Congo. Hey, if you haven't heard about that and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, go do your research. You have plenty of time now. Start a new year, new fresh, new habits. Boycotting is healthy for you spiritually, okay? Anti-genocide is a good thing. Resistance is divine. Never, never let anyone tell you they're resisting on a fucking evil oppressor that comes to you and steal their shit and then pretends that it's not watching you, that it's not doing weird shit in the background. They think that for a second, a lot of us, that we are dumbasses and stupid. You're not dumbasses. You're not stupid. You are creature. Those of you who want to join, awesome. Thank you so much, but I'm not sharing that right now. But I appreciate you. All those of you who go into my link tree and check out the families and you're like, fuck, I got an extra $5. I'm not gonna drink some stupid ass motherfucking coffee and make my own coffee, right? And donate that to a family who needs it right now, who can mean a lot, right? A lot of us, we have a lot of privileges, a lot of things that we could do. We just have to sacrifice certain things. Comfort, right? Courage it's a harness nature energy that you have to harness by accountability, facing your shadows, doing the work. And no, you're not gonna be perfect at it. I'm just here, I'm just a messenger, I'm just a guide. And I will always be that. And I know that today, oh my God, to get in here, it took a while because the energy is like, oh, that person is not really talking to God. She's not connected to spirit. Like, you know, that jealous, envious energy that does not believe that a lot of you who have, and you don't boast it up, but you have gifts. You have to give those gifts. Like today I'm writing a blog and Spirit's like, you have to write it. A lot of you writing, creating, co-creating with Spirit, exposing the truth, justice, law, real law, right? We need to address the elephant in the room. Nobody wants to address it, right? Is it uncomfortable? Yes, it's supposed to be. You're supposed to not feel normal and uncomfortable at this moment in time. If you're feeling too comfortable with genocide, humane stuff, and it's still happening, like I haven't gone to Telegram, but I'm constantly updating. I am like, Francesca, everybody in the UN, we were so tired exposing this and then we still not do, what? Nah. And then don't believe it, oh no, you believe the propaganda, lies, bullshit and stuff that they're exposing you, but you don't believe the people that's telling you that they're lying to you. There's propaganda, there's really horrendous people who want to maintain power and they're doing anything vile, disgusting thing that you could possibly imagine. Yes, you can. A lot of you intuitive. We all intuitive, right? We all want to be intuitive, right? Okay, great. Come on over. Come be intuitive. It comes with a lot of responsibility, a lot of great power, sure, but only for those who have good intentions and pure of heart. And that's how for a lot of people, it's so hard to understand. I'm like, okay, it's not hard. It just takes a lot of self-control and commitment, right? No lying, no cheating, being loyal to a cause, life purpose. Today, the message was life purpose today. And I was like, yeah, what's that for a lot of people? Because for some of you, if you're confident that you know exactly what you're here for and you're not unapologetic about it and you're courageous about it, right? And you say, fuck this shit, resistance is divine, and fuck it, right? And then you do what you gotta do with other people, unite and do what we have to do, mutual aids and grassroots and, you know, learn the stuff, read the books that you gotta read. Education is elevation. A lot of you spirits say they're not reading. That's why I'm like, I had to stop every time I'm writing my blogs. I love writing. That's my thing. I'm constantly like writing that I need to be writing. It's my thing. And Spirit keeps saying it's a healing, it's educational, it's sharing knowledge, it's being of service. But now they're saying that my writing or any writing that we do, people are not reading it or they're not reading books, and it's really sad. That's another thing where it's like, okay, they're trying to strip that from you. Like, acquiring your own knowledge, emotional intelligence, and like understanding that you don't live in a system that nobody's free until everyone's free. There's no equality, so how are you okay with that? Welcome to shadow work. The colonization. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to know this truth that you're like, okay, so if I'm here for a purpose and I have privileges or whatever in a system that, you know, for some of you, it's okay with you, I guess, and you can do stuff, you know, you can, right? And there's no consequences and nobody holds you accountable, right? So a lot of you think that, oh, well, if other people can do it, I can do it too, right? It's easy to be a coward. Yeah. Let that sink in as well, right? A lot of us, we don't like to see or understand, or thinking like, oh, it's too hard to be there for other people, not just yourself, right? Compassion. A lot of you talk about compassion and talk about, okay, so what are you giving up for other people right now? What has that affected in your life in 2025? There's a lot of reflection going on as well. And a lot of people don't want to do that reflection. So I'm like, okay, so let's do it together. Let's reflect together, right? There's no other way that I could think of if we're doing shadow work and healing and using our superpower gifts, right? So a lot of you is like bogus, right? Like, oh, it's fantasy. Like people talking about like superpower. Okay. The best superpower is this person's truth. The inner truth, knowing in like every possible way. By the way, sorry for the echo. It's just that I don't have furniture yet, but it'll come eventually. For now, this is. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Right? A lot of us, we have things that we gotta do that we don't understand, especially in the creative sense, in the creative world. Yeah, so that's why I'm like obsessed with writing, because even my company it's named Writers Yep. Writers Yep. So yeah, a lot of things that's happened in that, and a lot of loss, and a lot of crying, a lot of tears, but at the same time it's like, oh man, I wouldn't be here, I would have done all this and like learn all this and like quiet patient and like rage. Yeah, let's be honest, right? That rage can be transmuted and alchemized and used into other things. Action and, you know, knowing truth and that strength to know that. Because I get it, for a lot of people it's hard to see the evidence, the footage, right? Because it's like, whoa. And then you hear other people like, oh, that's AI or whatever. And you see it, you're like, no, that's not. You know, you're not that dumb. They really think that a lot of you are that dumb. I get it. Like a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's so hard to not know whether it's the eye or not. Like, it's like, okay, it's not that hard. Like, stop. Really? You give away your power that fast to something that it was created through you, your energy. AI is your energy. A lot of you is like, wait, what? I'm so confused. I hope... I'm not confused. I'm aware of things. It's just there's a lot of confusion and illusion. And this is why when you start decolonizing, a lot of things starts making sense. And then you see the pattern and then you're like, oh, okay, wait. And then you do whatever possible way you can, give, challenge, whatever it is that you know that you're good at. Yes, a lot of people have to do extra jobs for now. But in the meantime, a lot of us, we can help each other while we are doing this, right? Earth School. Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. A lot of changing of systems keeps coming up. Spirit keeps saying that a lot of us have to harness that courage. Okay. Remember, it's sacred. It comes from within. And it's like knowing tensely, like boundaries and like assessing. A lot of green today for a lot of you. I'm passing to you abundance and prosperity and health. Just take it. Yay. That's it. And whenever you have energy, it's like a pass it forward, like they used to say, right? Or there's like a movie, I think, Pass It Forward, where when you're feeling good and you're having good intentions and you have good Dharma, good energy. And because I know there's a lot of like, oh, there's people sending you negative and stuff like that, and hateful and all that. And there is that, a lot of it, a lot. There's a lot of it. Yeah, it's like a foggy energy. Like last night, my goodness. I don't know, for a lot of you, if you've experienced weird stuff in the middle of the night, let me know in the comments, or, you know. But yeah, the thing that I wanted to say, sorry, I sidetrack. So what I'm doing now, I want to, there's no personal readings yet, or there's no, but it's my gift and I want to do whatever the fuck I want with my gift. So I'm going to start using it for good. I don't know, maybe we'll encourage other people to also follow that inner strength. I mean, I've always done it. It just like, it has been like focus on other things, but I'm gonna try to focus on that, continue, and then try to give more of what I'm good at, which is like creating and sharing and exposing truth, clarity, and justice. And I go through a lot through it, but it's just like, yeah, but that gives me more ammunition. Like, I'm gonna go harder now. Yeah, you just proved that. Yeah, great. You just literally proved my point. And yeah, so if you want to join the humble journey about, then come on ahead, subscribe, follow, do all the things. Okay. But yeah, and then what I'm doing is that for others of you that don't know, or maybe I'm gonna start saying it, I guess. So from now on in Linktree, there's a lot of families there. So any donation that you give to these people, anything you give, you send me a screenshot of the donation, and I'm going to give you a reading. Yeah. So you said it to me, you said, okay, whatever, you asked me what you want to know. It's good to know, have access to knowledge and be able to read energy and help, like, you know, so you can make better decisions. I hope that makes sense. And sometimes a lot of things that I talk here, I cannot really talk it in like, you know, like I would do it in a personal way, right? So that's my energy. So donation as well, if you like, is fine. But I'm trying to maintain this and also what I do in a daily life, and then the single mommyhood, and then finishing caregiving, because I am a caregiver. But I do multiple things and I'm able to balance it. And if I'm able to do that without BS and being authentic about it, and be able to help people in their journey or whatever it is that they need to do, that I have access to, that I can read that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. So you donate, you show me that you have, and yeah, you ask me what you want in any energy or whatever situation that you want to know. My focus is truth, clarity, and justice, so I'm going to be very blunt. If you're not ready for that, I'm sorry. I like to tell the truth, and sometimes can be a little harsh, but I try to say as nicely as I possibly can, or Spirit tells me to do, okay? When you also decolonize as a energy reader or anything like that, it's the energy is different. Like, I'm able to discern certain doctrine systems and see the pattern, and, you know, let you know what's up in terms of like finances, or maybe even creativity, or something that a lot of you want to focus in the future. I cannot be like, oh, I'm predicting like to future, no, but I can see the pattern. I can identify it fast. But yeah, others of you who have a YouTube channel have stuff, but it's just because the gift has been more enhanced, more discerning, more like, it's like pure cleanse and all that. And you feel it too, like you're like, oh fuck, okay, this is really happening. And this is not for everybody, so take it how it resonates. For those who stay here for the lesson and understanding, and like, okay, so this is how spirit and material world works, right? Okay, so That's cool. That's fine. You shall. It's a free world. It's a free thing, you know? But not everybody's free until everybody's free. So that's why my energy is like, okay, if I'm able to use my gift and talent, can I help other people while I'm at it? If I'm spending time with you guys on lives or making my own videos or editing and stuff like that, which that take time, by the way, from other stuff, you know, and I'm really fast and good at it. So that's why I was like, okay, I think I can do this. I can, you know. So yeah, so donations or any family, and you send me a screenshot and you tell me what is it that you want to know about your situation. I'm not those people that ask like, give me your birth chart and your no, your astrology sign. No. No. This is mastery way. And that's all I'm going to say. Can't say too much here. But my gifts go beyond that. How do I say that? I don't know. I feel like other people want to identify or put me in a box or category. I'm not in no category. I don't want no category. No menu. I'm not in your menu. No. Sovereignty, freedom, liberty, knowledge sharing, justice, clarity, reciprocity. Okay, so that's it. So I know a lot of people feel like, oh, but like, yeah, most of these energies free. Absolutely. But there is also reciprocity that needs to be had. Okay. The easiest way that a lot of you can like energetically donate to me as well to and also continue so that I can continue coming here, and if you want, is liking the video, sharing, and you know, like the usual stuff. And also that, because for any other platforms, I'm a complete, they're like, nah, we're not paying you because, you know, you talk too truthful, or I'm not their, you know, cup of tea because I work outside of the status quo, right? So most of my sustainability is donation or people but my work outside of this, right? And that's another thing where we want to build a world where we don't have the necessity of that, and us talking about that is like radicalized or too political or stuff like that. But it's like, but that will make it easy for you too, though. Like if you have free shelter, free housing, free education, free medication or health or whatever, all those things that we say that's the system that needs to change, that it needs to be equal and stuff like that. Like we are also contributing to that as well, and that helps with us not sustaining a lot of burdens to provide a lot of free content or other work like writing or any of that stuff. A lot of you, or sharing truth or staying consistent, or because that's another thing. That's why I was like, okay, a lot of us want to maintain consistency or talk about consistency, but not everybody has the same lifestyle, same predicament, or same jobs or demanding job, or you know what I'm saying? Like there's people who have different type of skill sets, or you know, ways that they have acquire in their life, they're able to maintain some type of stability, but not all of that. Like some of them, those jobs consume pretty much most of your day, right? Most of your life. And then for others of you, if you have kids or not kids, or there's a lot of things that everybody has different, you know, it's not the same, and it shouldn't be the same. It's okay, but in a way it's like, yeah, but certain necessities, like human necessities, yeah, it should be free. And there's possibility, there's no need for homelessness or poverty. So even me talking like this, like a lot of people think, oh, it's just talking to like, what is this? Like an illusion thing, when it can actually happen. It's a possibility. It has always been a possibility. It's just these people on the top who are hoarders, who are disgusting pig pedophiles, and want you to think about that because they want to continue maintaining their, you know, their wealth by stealing and taking from you. Yeah, I said it. But a lot of you don't want to believe that. You don't want to, like, okay. Some of us, the life purpose is that. It's like,
Just reminder you, yeah, I know it's a menace, right? To like remind you that you have sovereignty, that you powerful, that your inner talent and creative energy is within. And yes, you have to do other things because we live in a fucking capitalist system, but a lot of us, we want to build something new, something different outside. So it's like, it's kind of hard when nobody's in the same boat. It's really hard. So that's it. It's just, are you answering the calling? If not, this is not for you. Yeah, and you're not crazy. A lot of you think this is like crazy, like, oh, spirit, and like, oh, tarot cards. Like today I heard that. I was like, oh, who is this energy? I need to assess you. Wow. You know, patriarchy, misogyny going on here. Where this energy is like, oh, someone who does tarot and it's a spiritual into Christus and stuff like that and witchy. Oh. Like literally like that. Like really like, ooh, there's evil and there's something wrong with them. Like, oh, like there's this energy where I sound crazy, right? Yes. There is this energy, parasite energy. They're old fart, right? And they're lurking in because they have money and they think you're dying, old fart. He's dying. He is. Alzheimer, some fucking weird shit. And no, I'm not being, no, this person is fucking evil. They're evil as fuck with money. You know who you are, right? Yeah. You watch me, you watch a lot of people, you creep. But yeah, we watch you too. Let's cleanse the energy, right? Because, my goodness. Yeah. A lot of you scare of an energy entity or something that it's outside of you, that it just has control over you or certain things. But when you remove those powers, especially from here, heart, and all of that, that's what decolonization is. You understand and you have that courage and power to say and use your words, because you gotta use your words any possible way, okay? Writing, singing, whatever the fuck, painting, journalism, the real kind, you know, the real shit, not fucking bullshit and stuff like that, like real shit, right? So this is why we also know that the enemy, the evil entities, blocking, banning journalism, and also now humanitarian aid. You must be the most fucking evil pieces of shit ever to block 37 humanitarian aids. Does that talk about that? No, oh, is that too spiritual? Oh, I'm sorry, you're expecting tarot reading and all that? Right, you know that shit that I hate right now that this fucking app is doing? You know when people come in or their first thing that they see is like AI telling them exactly, like categorizing, like, oh, she's giving a tarot reading or she's doing, and then a lot of you twist the shit up and they get like, AI is like, oh, I don't know what she's talking about or whatever. I love doing that shit. I love confusing that fucking little shit. You will never categorize our energy. And also copy, what? Use, a lot of you, you're seeing, some of you, you're being seeing yourself in AI, right? Fucking weird shit. Nobody's like, no, nobody believes. No, you expose that, right? For a lot of you, I'm speaking with some people, you're like, yeah, fuck this. So a lot of people are out of here because that's super weird, right? And I'm using the app. I understand. I'm using it and I get it. Yeah. It's just, yeah. But eventually I'm not. So that's what it is. I'm just going to continue saying what I got to say, the truth, and keep it 100% authentic and in a silver platter, and letting you know that a lot of us, we need to be reminded and held accountable. 2025 was accountability, right? Well, 2026 is, what do you do with that accountability? Now that your truth and everything is exposed for you, the snake has been shed, right? That shit, that skin, that's what I'm here doing. That's why I want to cleanse that energy, because wow, there's a lot of snakes being shed, right? Right? Are you being honest with yourself too? There's some snake within, some inner shit that you need to work on. All of us have stuff to work on. We're not here perfect. Nobody's perfect here. And we're not demanding that. Nobody's asking of you of that. If anyone is doing that, fuck that shit. Who are you here for? Yourself and humans and the planet, right? For a lot of you, all your first thought is like, myself, of course. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, individualistic, toxic energy, self-righteous energy. That is like, no. Yeah, a lot of healing and shadow work. Whew, a lot. So we're gonna cleanse the energy first, and I'm gonna tap into the message. Soon, I don't know how to do it, but I will try. It's just that I get distracted, and when I don't know if I have the ADHD or something like that. Probably I do. I don't know. No labels, no categories, no need for that. A lot of us, we're so tired of always putting things in labels and having, okay. And some of them do have important labels that we need to respect and not being a fucking asshole about it, right? Yeah, we know which ones, right? Because we feel that those people who did all that they have to do to earn those rights and to be able to express themselves and be themselves, that they don't have now what? Because it makes you uncomfortable, because you're thinking that you're above them and then they're beneath you, right? Who says that, right? Who put that label? Who add that there, right? You always have to question where are you conditioned and programmed in everything that you do in a system like this, right? This is why you educate yourself. If you're not doing that, and then you're going at it like, oh, it's fine, and no disregard or what happens in the world, what happened to other people, you're doing exactly at the service of the empire. You're feeding a beast, an evil entity that feeds off a lot of fucked up shit, especially children, right? Or prayers and meditation and healing is grieving. It's helping those who are grieving their children being murdered in their face, right? And we watch it for 2 years. We're not gonna acknowledge that. We're not gonna work on that. We're not gonna tap into that. Cut the root of colonization and fucking get in there and heal and get our empathy back, our power back, right? Where the fuck is our empathy? This is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of you, you're all surprised about the monks, right? You're talking about the monks. You can't stop about the monks, right? The point of the monks is, why are they walking there? Why are they doing that? You need to look at yourself. Why these people who are peaceful as fuck, why are they doing that in your country? It's not a good sign. It's not. A lot of you, you're comfortable with. You live in a shelter, you live in a home. You're not assessing who homeless and poverty dealing in your own city, in your own countries. You're not addressing your indigenous communities, your people who are supposed to be, they are in the front lines. Where are you? Right? I'm understanding that most of my readings and my energy that I read, it's not going to be for everybody, maybe even right now. When I post this, it's going to be something, because I know I'm not of this world. I've never been. But I know how to navigate and how to be able to discern and address and be like, okay, how do I stay in the true, authentic nature and loving and caring, even though all I want to do is it's horrible. Pretending and lying to ourselves, to other people, that other people are not suffering or dealing with what they're dealing, because that way we can live comfortable with their stuff. What? Why can you demand companies to do ethical things, equal things? Why do you think this makes no sense? A lot of you, you're a taxpayer. You're the employer. And that's the thing, is like they are just terrified that a lot of you, if you acknowledge that and understand how the energy is supposed to be reversed when you united in community and do the right thing and do the right laws, and a lot of you, they're removing all of that from you and you're letting it. All those of us is trying to awake you, so you take your energy, you're like, yeah, no, this is not. Because this is something that they're trying to prolong to continue for their own legacy, or if anything is going to be left. I don't think there's going to be anything left. This is not fear-mongering. This is not, we have to be realistic, right? I feel like a lot of us who are not being realistic. So I bring realistic and spiritual, and I bring the truth in energy sense, right? And it's heavy as fuck. A lot of people cannot deal with this energy. A lot of people cannot, and that's okay. I'm not for everybody. A lot of us were not for everybody, and that's okay, But I'm not gonna stop doing what I'm supposed to be doing so that I can applicate to other people's, egos or things that they don't want to deal anymore. I'm not your mama, not your papa. I'm just guidance, messenger, okay? But first, like I said, I want to clean the energy. Also, the light is leaving, so. So someone in the energy is very amend or wants to, quiet down or tam down, or they want to continue being a predator. They want to continue being predator energy, right? And that could be in the sense of good way or bad way. Take it how it resonates, you leave what doesn't, right? I don't know, I kept seeing sharks today. Like, I saw this bookmark, sharks. Like, okay. So this is part of stuff that I found in the box that I kept getting messages on. So I'm going to read it to you, okay? And it's going to be on YouTube so that you can have access to it. This is for a person who received a channel message last night. You were guided not to go any party. No sexy time. None of that. Nope. None of that. You were supposed to stay home and do meditation and prayer for a while. See? They don't want you to know, but I'm gonna tell ya. And you're supposed to cleanse your energy most of the time since last night, midnight. So when you get this, look at the time. Mine is right now 334 now. Angel Master, Ascended Master 3, Christ Consciousness, any Masters, Buddha. There's a lot of energy, especially water. If you're, not that you're supposed to be a water sign, but if like water is your like affinity, like you feel recharged when you're in water, you drink a lot of water. Yeah, I'm cleansing the energy now. Or so it's a lot going on. I'm not trying to make this long, but it might be. But if it is, and you're still here, thank you. Oh, 106. When we get to 1,000 likes, I'm going to shift it up a little bit. And we'll see why. We'll see what it is. I don't know. Let's see. Anyways, how are you doing? Like really doing though. How is creating stability in finances right now? Yeah, we live in oppression, right? Let's keep it for real. We live in a system of oppressed. That working class is being siphoned, leech, parasite, taken from taxes and all that, paying, insurance and all that shit. Let's keep it for real. You want tarot reading. A lot of you want tarot reading? That's tarot reading. Yes, tarot reading is the most motherfucking political shit that you'll ever find. Yeah. Yeah. I am not for everybody. Nope. This jelly is not for everybody. Okay? Yeah. But thank you so much for your donations, giving back. I reciprocate. That's how okay, I'll give you what you want to hear. Okay? But not what you want to hear. A lot of you are like, oh, but I want to hear this. You will eventually. But first, what you need to hear. Even myself, sometimes I find myself that I'm reading energy and I'm in tune with spirit. And after meditation, I'm like, okay, let's get going. Okay. And I'm writing and stuff and they're like, no, stop. Now we're going to do a live. It's like, oh, great. Act of service. What's your act of service? What are you doing right now as an act of service? I don't mind. You can come here and chill, pick a pause, like the video, share it, and then come back later, save it for later. That's fine. But what's your act of service? A lot of you life goals, right? Resolution. For me, it's revolution. I don't know about all of you, but mine is revolution. If you're revolution, please comment it. I'm not here for solution. I resolve it already. There's a lot of resolving in decolonization. I don't know what you mean. What you mean resolution? I want revolution. The fuck? Are we literally gonna continue this for another year? Watching genocide? Please go to my Telegram if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, if you're new here. But if you've been here, hey, yeah, it's really difficult. It's really hard. I could not party or be all like fake and pretending like, oh yeah, happy new year. When I'm like literally like my heart is like breaking into 1,000,000 pieces. And this is daily, all the time. I'm like, okay, empathy. Okay, okay. And then I have to be nicer to people who are assholes. And you're like, okay, okay. And then continue and everything is great. And then joy and then like, yeah, alchemy is not for them. What? Okay. Do you know like there's resistant people like in prison that they're innocent, they should not be there? I don't know, maybe if you want to be generous, like give to their, legal fees that they have to fucking pay, which is expensive, which is why most of them are still in prison because they can't fucking pay their bail. And these are people who are doing the right thing for humanity, you know what I'm saying? Exposing and letting you know like weapon companies should not exist. Like they literally just put paint on the fucking place and oh my god, 14 years in prison in the UK. Like what? Why? Because we're exposing the real war criminals? You're not supposed to be doing that. Killing children, using weapon and stuff like that. And then later put the weapon, like the videos of them killing in the weaponing company, whatever fair afterwards. Guys, when I saw that fucking shit and I did my research, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? They just killed what? Guys, 680,000 just in Gaza. Dead. And then 380,000 are children below 5 years old. What the fuck? And we have them partying in a fucking island today for 2 days? Just relaxing? When we know that's them. What do you mean? Where is their money going from? Why did they get rich all of a sudden for an entire year, for 2 years? How? Because genocide is profitable. They're making money out of it, right? Oh, wow, we're not reading this. We're not learning about this. So conspiracy crazy peak, but it's like in our faces daily. And we're still like, no, it's not true. They wouldn't do that. What do you mean? They're literally telling them on themselves. They're making a party out of it. Then siphoning and trying to maintain the wealth. So there's some blood sacrificial shit that they've been doing since last night. Light worker, get the fuck on. That's the message. There's the light workers last night, midnight. You were supposed to sit the fuck down, meditate, pray, do what the fuck. Whichever way you do it, baby. And you were supposed to bend down and pray. And stay down and feel that energy. Last night was woo. for those who understand. And it's still going. It's still going. Very powerful. But a lot of people don't have access to that yet. And that's why a lot of us like, oh, let's get out of the lane for a little bit. Like, they're allowed to. They should know. Why not? Why can't they know? Why can't they have knowledge? Why can they understand? Why can they have power too? Why can they be on the line? Why can they be in the side of Dharma and good karma and having, because they don't know that they're not knowledgeable, because they don't have the knowledge yet. But if they have it, they will make a better decisions and get to it, right? Why is there people with gifts and talents like this so they're able to literally cross and go to people and educate and do all the right thing, humanitarian things and kind things and share knowledge and education and even wealth? Because some of you're making a lot of money, especially on TikTok, on the YouTube, all these subscribers. Yeah, there is a lot of spiritual people like making ridiculous money, and they don't they're just selfish, you know? And that's why I was like, oh man, I don't want to be like that, you know? Like, it's good that I'm reading this energy, because it's like I want to, no, I don't know. It feels wrong. I don't know what else to do too. Like, there's so many. Calling your MPs, that's one of them. Like, they should know your name. Your MPs should know your name by now, right? You're demanding. Oh yeah, I pay taxes, so yeah. What the fuck? Sorry, I went on a rant, but yeah, that's the energy. I don't know, like, what is her intention this year after you know the truth? When you shed the snake or the skin, 343, you're protected, and a lot of you is like, do this work, it protects you too. Read the fucking books. A lot of you, I don't want to read the fucking books. Fuck. Stop it. Really? They are thinking that you are dumbasses, that you can't read, you can't write, you can't do shit. Like, they want to rely on this stupid shit machine or whatever. It is powered by us. What the fuck? This is like, what, dystopia kind of thing? And you guys feel like, oh, is this like a movie? No, this is reality. They're trying to make it like a reality, like psychopath, pedophilia. I don't know how spiritual I can get, you know, to like say that that's fucking wrong and evil and really weird. Why is these people obsessed with children? In a weird way, guys. Check my Telegram pin, the pin, okay? It's plenty of information that you're not gonna find here, and I cannot say no more, okay? Wakey, wakey! Oh. Okay. Light's gonna go soon, so I want to do this before the light goes away. Yes, I like to keep things in a... Yeah, it's like a hermit energy, but a good hermit energy, you know? Because there's good hermit energy, and then there's weird ass hermit energy, which a lot of us, who this message is for, we felt the energy of, like when you were deep into meditation, there was, okay. And that's how you'll know this message is for you, because you're not crazy, okay? You saw what you saw in your mind, right? There's a lot of mind, and there was a lot of that. There was a lot of also like evading mind manipulation. And no, you're not crazy. A lot of us, we have this telepathy or whatever you want to call it when we're meditating. That's why a lot of like, and that too is like every time when we're looking into like the monk energy, I was like, oh, these people are so peaceful, and like they're meditating all the time, and they don't go out. Like, we're fucking somewhere, you know? So yeah, there's that work too that happens in silence. That is meditation, prayer, and then there's acknowledging situations in the world that a lot of us, we are aware, and we need to be aware and also do something about it to stop it. A lot of us, we have that power. We just pretended we don't, or we too scared, or we're a lot of cowardice. Lack of empathy brings cowardice. Blah. So when you have empathy and you care, the courage, decolonization, all of that, that's what we're doing, transmuting and alchemizing, right? And this is what they want to know, like, oh, what's the secret? Like, how do they stay alive? Like, how do they overcome all the shit that we're sending them, Like, how do they do it? Like, this is our energy too. Like, it's really filthy and leechy as well. So a lot of us, when we're reading energy, we have to discern they're filthy, obsessive, and possessive, and controlling. I'm trying to make the sounds of when we're meditating, what we looked like, and when we're like heavy in it. And a lot of us, like, when we're that heavy, that we end up falling asleep and then completely doing something else completely, right? And this is something that a lot of us have a struggle with communicating or expressing, that because we don't want to sound crazy, or we don't want to, like, and there's a lot of that. So yeah, let me get back to it. Where I saw the first card was the life purpose. Okay. Life purpose. Life purpose. Okay, so this is for the person who is still meditating, who's still praying or doing stuff in the background. Me, I'm just taking a pause, and then I'm going to continue. But I was guided to do this message for you. Comments are distracting. I don't know how to. Sorry, I love you guys. It's just I need to focus. Okay, wow. I love you, okay? It's just that I get so distracted by, and I'm trying to do this message, but I'll put it back, okay? Life purpose, okay? Life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. I hope that makes sense. But your purpose will end up serving you, like helping you in terms of protection, discernment, financial stability. But a lot of you have to find the balance, because we live in an oppressive capitalist system, right? So you will always have an energy that will try to bring you down, or it's oppression, right? So like the energy of oppression is to bring you down by another jealous, envious energy. So, and they don't want to see you succeed. They don't want they get to collaborate with other groups and this, try to like discredit you. So a lot of us who do this type of work, which is like considered like, oh, witchy, and like, people who do tarot cards, like, like that old fart ideology, pathetic, white supremacist, colonial, erasure of the divine feminine energy. Let's keep it for real, right? Oppression. Oppressive system has always been oppressive for the divine feminine, the person that speaks a lot to bring creative, the empress, divine feminine energy that we always talk about, right? That a lot of you, in terms of other readers who haven't done this work, they tend to dim down the shadow that the empress has to do in order for her to become this light worker and stuff like that, okay? There's a lot of work that has to be done and hold accountable and stuff like that for the divine feminine to be who eventually they are and becoming, okay? So this type of work, light work, I'm gonna try to make it into a writing so that it can stay, but I've been guided to say it in a video fast because apparently, and I hate that Spirit's saying that a lot of people are not reading anymore, which is really sad. Because I was like, I love writing. I love when people read and feel some type of way. And I haven't published my books yet, which is something that I want to be doing. And it's just sad. Like, what are people doing nowadays? Maybe I'm being so disconnected and kind of like in this own paradigm with true clarity and justice too much that I'm not paying attention that a lot of people are just not, they don't want to read. Because that means the decline of societies, right? Like, humans don't want to read something that you are able to do, and it comes natural for a lot of you or not, it's taught, right? But what are you reading that is making you not interested in reading anymore? Why? You know? Is it that many propaganda and lies out there that people are just like, and that's why AI is, it's just like fucking copywriting everywhere. Sorry. It's like the Temu version of humanity. No offense to Temu, I like Temu, but yeah. A lot of you, your life purpose is so much bigger than you can possibly imagine, and you're letting fear, doubts, and all of that like bring it down or quiet down or oppress it. Who benefits when your gifts and talents that are supposed to serve humanity and help a lot of people, who benefits when you're not doing it? Who's stealing it from you? A lot of you, no, it's not as stern as, no. A lot of it is it's a system of oppression. We have to keep it for real. A lot of you, wake the fuck up is not as just saying or slogan or trend. It's for real. Okay. Thank you for that. When you're too truthful and a lot of things are happening, really good. All right, let's do the energy. So there's a lot going on. So I'm gonna go as I was trace myself back, forward. This is where I left off. So yeah, first one, it was the life purpose that came out, and then says, God loves you, trying to protect you. Listen, obey, love, free. Okay? There's a lot of people who need to be grounded and more present, okay? Or if a lot of you are, that's good, continue doing that. Clarify your intentions, okay? So a lot of you need to clarify what is it that you want, or what you're saying or praying or meditating, writing, or it has to be more clarified, more clear. And a lot of you, you're getting also this message of like the intentions are being clear and clarified for you so that it can make sense, so that you understand that a lot of things have to change, not only for yourself, but also for fucking humanity and our planet, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, a lot of people, the energy was Jezebel energy. A lot of you, you were considered Jezebel karmic energy, evil, stay away kind of thing. And it's in reverse is because you're the opposite of that. Like a lot of people want to be in your energy, wants to learn from you. You have a lot of knowledge, or you just don't understand a lot of things, that messages or things that you're supposed to be doing. Like you're different for a reason. Earn that. You deserve that. Your soul went through a lot of fucking bullshit in the past, in your past life, to be in this energy, not this energy, right? So there's the energy who are in this, right? That see your light or see your, and irritates their demons and irritates that they didn't do those things. A lot of you trigger a lot of that, and people that didn't want to take accountability, didn't want to take action, want to live off comfortable and want to be pretending and inauthentic and stuff like that. And a lot of you, you decided, no, I'm not going to do that. So Again, this is not for everybody. It's a rare message. Could be for someone maybe in the future that decided to not. It's a choice. Free will is a choice, right? You have choices. Father God or creator, whatever you want to call it, Allah, he gave you the will, free will, right? Choice. You have a choice, whether it's good or bad, right? A lot of people are very comfortable, and it's easier to be a coward and do evil actions, evil things. Others of you, you know those things. You are aware that people have done that, but you will never fucking do that shit, right? You will never, that's not your energy. You don't want to be a fucking piece of shit, evil, nasty ass motherfucker who only gives a shit about money and all cares about money and materialistic things and status and stuff like that, when all that shit can crumble in a day. Yeah. Values and integrity and morals, you cannot rebuild that. Trust, when you have the answer of that, because a lot of you are like, oh yeah, you can pay a lot of money. Oh yeah, you have a lot of money? Okay, good for you. Get the fuck off. Like, I don't give a shit. A lot of you agree with a lot of evil shit because it makes you money, right? Or it's sort of comfortable, right? When we are literally asking to shift systems so that we don't ever have to have that choice of like, okay, I gotta do evil, weird shit, fucked up to make more money or to make, you know what I'm saying? Even though there's other ways that I could be doing that in a conscious way, healthy way, which at this point, I don't know, a lot of you is like, there's no other choices, or dealing with really fucked up shit, right? Then this person on the internet telling me what to do, right? What the fuck? Yeah, I get it. Then why are you here? Why are you watching that? Why are you listening? There's no animosity or anything. Me, I transmute and alchemize any hateful and jealous, envious energy and turn it into, I alchemize and transmute it. So, go at it. It's my reaping day. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Jezebel, karmic. A lot of you understand this energy and you stay the fuck away, whether it's a female or a male. It does not matter, right? But there's people out there who are fucking saying that this is you. Why? Because you work outside of their programming and conditioning. You're not in the same level. You don't have the same values and beliefs. You are actually a fucking good human being. Very spiritual, very truthful, good intention, good heart. You're always trying to help people every possible way. You're very rare. Yeah. That's the message is for. The opposite of this karmic Jezebel energy. All those of you who are in that energy, I don't know what to tell you. You can stay and learn a few things, maybe not be a fucking evil piece of shit, but I know you're gonna continue doing your weird ass shit that you do all the time, so go at it, I guess. But know that you accumulate a lot of negative karma by doing shit that you know you shouldn't be doing. You have other things, like all that energy and money and stuff that you could be doing with that, helping others, like you will never know a good spiritual or a good, anyways. Yeah. All right, we have Saint Daphne. Something about green. Told you I'd be candle green and green trees and like a lot of healing and a lot of heart chakra healing, good luck. I told you, and the red root chakra. We did cleanse, right? We did cleanse. Yeah, we did. Sorry. I'm getting tired. Oh, this is getting long. But yeah, mental health, well-being, and support. So a lot of you are that for other people, or other people consider you like that. So it's like backfiring other people who like try to defamation of character, or like, you know, trying to like make you look like in a wrong light, because like they're like, oh, she does not, like, I don't know, she or he, like there's this energy of like trying to like dim down your, what you're really good at. Like you're really good at something. Come on, stop it. And it's helping people. Get to it. What do you mean? Who cares what people want? If it's healthy and you can use it to not only help your community, your own environment, and other people somewhere around the world, and it makes you happy, and it makes your heart in that fire energy to create, to uplift, and it uplifts you when you're doing that thing that you love so much. Why? And it helps you with your mental health if you're dealing with mental health. A lot of us are. We're not like completely like, oh, we're healed, decolonized. Duh. There's none of that. There's no competition as well. So who you're competing, whoever you are, is yourself, I guess. But Spirit's like, no. Maybe look up who's Saint Daphne. Oh, is that it? Daphne. Daphna? I don't know. For a lot of you, this is gonna be like, what the fuck? But okay. Something about mental health and well-being support. It's something that is given to you as a blessing. A lot of you okay with like giving, but not receiving. It has to be reciprocal. It has to be balanced. You can't just be giving without receiving. It has to be receiving. So a lot of you, don't be afraid to ask and be okay with receiving, like when people want to give you. Okay, it's not a lot if you need it, if you need to survive, if you need stuff for your family, your kids, or whatever like that. Like that oppression needs to be taken out. I'm reading some energy. There's people who are afraid. And you're afraid, like your fear is valid, because some people are dealing with really stuff that nobody will ever understand. But that's the thing, just because other people are not dealing with that, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist for other people. We're living on an equal world. You cannot expect there's going to be equal for everybody. That is ridiculous and harmful and violent. And if you have any tarot reader telling you to ignore those shit that is going on in the world, they're not a good tarot reader. You should care what's going on in the world. You should give a shit. Not just about yourself, not just everywhere else. You should care. Baba Yaga. The wise and wild woman, the duality, the witch. Yeah, I told you. Like I was saying, the witchy, that's the energy that I felt last night. It was a lot of that in meditation. And then there's just laughing about it and evading that energy and moving on to something else. There was a lot of card cutting, like energetically, like the one that is trying to sustain this by the satanic ritual evil things, or things that is no longer. And it sucks because there's energy or things that it was sacrificed or done really weird way, and it was interfere. It was not gonna happen because spirit and divine does not gonna allow. Anyways, this is on a long-term message. It's not just short-term for now, okay? Astar, Starseed, space travel, galactic guys. And this is why they think that you're crazy. They will call you like, oh, she's just like with their tarot cards. Like, what does she know? Like, you know, this is like energy we're trying to discredit your intuition, the way that you express or how you express it, how you're supposed to express it. So this is for some of you if you are readers, but I'm speaking with creatives, like people who are content creators or creative of any possible way, but also doesn't have to be content creators, could be educator, teacher, musicians, artists. Like most of my energy is with that, because truth and clarity and justice cannot be in an energy frequency without the creators, right? And they're righteous creators too, right? Most of the time when I'm doing prayers before I do this, I want to have access or inform or guide the people who are in that energy of content creation, of exposing truth, clarity, and justice, and how they manifest that within their lives, or how can that be beneficial in their life once they achieve what they're here for to do. And they're constantly doing those things on a consistent basis, and it makes them happy, and it brings them joy, and it brings them stability, and it brings not only justice for themselves but also justice for other people. So it's like a chain that is already being formed, and everything else is being removed from that energy that no longer serves it. So last night was a lot of that in an energetic, spiritual way, let's say. And yeah, a lot of people feel like, oh, but we weren't invited. It wasn't an invite. It was more like a spiritual calling. It felt like more like you could not get away from the calling. This is not a technology. This is spiritual technology, let's say. This is not oligarchs' phones and stuff like that have no access to it. So we are informing you now, if you didn't know about last night, we're letting you know that this is still happening. You can join anytime you want. It's a global meditation prayer since midnight last night to end oppression, to end USA imperial. And that's all I'm going to say. We are shifting systems within ourselves first. And how do you do that is we have to do that energetically. You have to decolonize. You have to shed Zionism. Yeah, you have to shed all the white supremacy, racist stuff, demonic. Yeah, narcissists, sadists. Yeah. And it's hard to maintain it as well. It's like an inner fire dragon energy. It feels like a dragon. You feel like a dragon, but you're like center and you're speaking with swords. I'm just taking a break from it, but that's what it felt like, and I'm trying to describe it so people understand, so that you hop on if you want. It's very powerful. I've done this. I did it like 4 years ago, and yeah, we're doing it again. It's the year of one. 2026 is one. New beginnings. Why can't we start with a new system that does not oppress or genocides or anti-capitalist completely, like completely shed a system that no longer serves the working class? Why can't we manifest that? Why can't we break that energy within ourselves first? Why are we believing propaganda and bullshit that is not true? A lot of lies. You want more information? You can go to my Telegram. That's the first awakening. 2 years of genocide evidence. There's Sudan and Congo as well. You can look at my reposts. Any of my content is very awakening. No shade and all of that, but a lot of us, that's where we're starting spiritually. That's what we're cleansing, we're saging, we know what the enemy source are, we know what they're doing. We saw it last night too. No, you're not crazy. You saw what you saw. Spirit allowed you to see it. And it's not a computer. You can't put it into words because you saw it it was a mind. Yeah, spirit works that way. Oligarchs, billionaires, tech bro, small dicks will never have access to that. They're jealous and envious of that. If you have access to that, they're jealous and envious and they wish they were in the party. They were making a whole fucking island party of fucking bullshit, which most of them were fear of themselves because they know they're psychopath. They're fucking murderers and pedophiles. These people are miserable and jealous and envious and disgusting. Last night they were celebrating, pretending. Some of them were doing some weird ass shit in the other places in these islands. And it's not a coincidence that it was close to fucking motherfucking Einstein Island. It's not a fucking coincidence. Let's keep it for real. Welcome to spiritual awakening, right? Shadow work, decolonization. Yeah. Did you see all the words that these people hate so much that they put it out that they're not going to deal with anymore? And it's mostly words that they all have to work on, that they don't want to take accountability for. Yeah, I'm too truthful, too political, right? It's not going to change. Anyway, Saint Bridget, Lies leaving, I gotta go. Saint Bridget, fire, passion, growth, a lot of fire. See, I told you, that fire, dragon energy. It's activated since, it's been a couple days, but last night was like strong. A lot of you, oh, I want Christ, I want him back, I want Jesus. Dude, he's already here. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Within? Inside? We have a fucking guy who wrote a fucking, sorry, there's a lot of fucking, but yeah. There's a movie. There's always put it in the movie. They put it in movies and then they come, the director go and say, I support the resistance. Yeah, right, you support the resistance, bitch. Yeah, right, you support the resistance. A lot of you that, I'm not supporting this, but when I saw Avatar, the fire and ash, I was just like, they're mocking us. Yes, you do have access to trees and nature and stuff like that. And you literally, yeah. And they put it in a movie because it's like, oh, it's a fantasy. It's not real. Oh, yeah? Who says that? Colonizer? And then he goes and puts a movie and makes it all like 3D for you. And then calls spiritual people and us who can see that on a daily basis. We can literally channel energy, like speak with, but we're delusional and crazy, right? Oh, indigenous people. Oh, now we have another word, spirit, which I'm watching this spirit. A lot of you, you're gonna start seeing it. The spirit where it needs to focus now is a form of division for people of color. Just pay attention to it. Let it pass through. Let it go through what it needs to go through. It's just shedding stuff. Just let it pass through. This energy where, yes, you're right, Black, Indigenous, Native American exist, yes, okay, but this energy is trying to divide Black communities and Indigenous communities. You have to recognize it when it happens, okay? And this will start with very person talking and educational stuff, which is okay. A lot of you have to discern. They're focusing on saying that Black communities are Indigenous, Native Americans, that they were not the first, that the Black, yes, I don't know, Spirit keeps saying that Native Americans were there, of course, and they never have denied that Black Africans have come before them, or there's not a competition of, in terms of land, or who was there first, and it was first, yes, the African, but there was also Indigenous who are Black Africans, and there's a history, right? And that constant, that spirit energy, we're trying to divide the two and make them not see that they are equal, that they're the same, that they have different experiences and different struggles and different climate and different environment in the world. This is the spirit that is okay, just let it pass by. You read your books, you educate yourself, and you're like, okay, I see what it's doing. It's not causing harm. It's just that it's a spirit that is trying to address to certain communities that still have a little bit of, shadow work to do, that this energy is able to like, okay, time to like shed that out, right? And it's trying to trigger certain communities and people, but also it's not aware that it's causing some type of harm in another way. And eventually Spirit will let this person know, person, people, group, or whatever, that maybe if there's bookshop. 𝉑videos.com, look at bookshop. There's anti-racism books there, decolonization books. Just listen to women, Black women specifically, and Indigenous women, and people of color and who are oppressed. I think a lot of us, we need to really because we think we know everything, and I don't know everything. That's why I don't come here like, oh, I know everything. No, I don't. But I do have this fire energy that I need to okay, well, if Spirit's saying that I have to address this and I have to talk about this and I have to talk about it, I can just and also that too is I'm fighting this energy where it's trying to quiet me down, the oppression energy of trying to quiet down the truth and clarity for other people, the truth that is supposed to be for other people that has nothing to do with me, or some of them lessons have to do with me but not really, and then it has to matter or create some type of confirmation or revelation for another person that I have no idea who they are. I would probably never met, and maybe I have met them, maybe I not, but I don't get to decide those things. I get to just surrender, right? Surrender to divine and spirit and my gifts and talents, and okay, it will be for whoever is going to be. That's just has always been, and I'm not going to change. There's being stuff to try to make it go to change and trying to create doubts and fears and all of that, but I'm gonna try my best to fight it as much as I can, because I do have to deal with a system that wants to not keep me quiet and keep a lot of things that I do quiet, even though I know and I get confirmation, validation from much higher source than anything first before I get confirmation and news or anything like that, or people through people or stuff like that. So I already have the intel. I just, when I suppose that I get into a lot of situations, let's just say. But again, I learn to overcome those things. So that's why I'm like, okay, I could do this. I could do this. Why? Coral compass. You're following your North Star. So that's another thing where a lot of people don't understand, what does a North Star mean? What does a true North mean? What does that mean? That can only be answered within yourself when you speak with Gaia, spirit, internal. We are spirit here having a human experience. You can never forget that. Even if the colonizers and oppressors are trying to make you forget it, you cannot. It's your lifeline. You are a spirit having a human experience. This is temporary. This, it decays, it sheds, it ages, but it's our job to maintain it, to create ways where we can maintain it, right? Where we can nurture it. And it's like a tree, right? Our body is like a tree. You have to maintain it, you have to care for it, you have to water it. A lot of you forget those things, or you live in situations that has to be aware and acknowledge. You live in situations and places or things there, it's not equal to everybody. Some of you are dealing with intense poverty or intense situations, like really intense. And then even when you go through those things, you also have to deal with people who are jealous and envious of you having peace of mind, or feeling joyful sometimes, or that you don't care what brings you down. A lot of you, your energy is so it's crazy. And then there's others of you that have good intentions and good energy, but then there's this other part that wants to stay comfortable and wants to not do anything, and then allow really fucked up shit to happen when you and other friends of yours and other communities of yours or other people can help a lot of people not deal with fucked up shit that that is happening in your own community and cities and stuff like that. That's just a message. I'm just a message here. I'm not Sam Bridget, okay? Spirit said, focus on your passion, that fire, that growth, okay? Merlin energy. So a lot of you, that energy felt intensely last night. Okay, alchemy, manifestation, and magician. There was the dark energy of it, and then there was the good, healthy energy of it. But both of them have to coexist. We do have duality, not only in this physical, but also in spirit. Yeah. So we have Melchizedeki. It's a spiritual development, study, and law of attraction. For all this of you, law of attraction can mean multiple things. It can be bogus for certain people, especially if you're very religious. It can be a blessing for other people who've never done this before, and then starts to, believe in themselves, talk positive, because that's a lot of things that kept coming out. The cancel, clear, and delete was one of the things at the end. It kept saying to use only positive words and thoughts as they are rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effect of past negative thinking. So a lot of thoughts that they were saying to shed. I saw a lot of shedding, a lot of patriarchy and misogyny, and then embracing matriarchy, divine feminine energy. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're a male or female. We all have a female and male in our own divine essence. Please stop believing so much of what's going on with the propaganda, and do your own research, okay, about your anatomy or your own internal, your lineage, or people who were your ancestors, who were the ancestors of this land that you're at right now. 422 in my clock. You're supposed to be looking at time or angels or synchronicity numbers that can maybe clarify this message for you, or that way you'll know if it is for you or not. 21, 25, 26, 20, 24, 23 could be significant. So something about 20s, or some of you 20s, or if you're in your 20s, okay? Archangels, energy that a lot of you, if you believe or not, it doesn't matter. They're working through you if you work on it, if you allow them, because that's who they cannot interfere into your life until you give them permission. And only the good archangels, okay? Because there's the other ones that work for the other side, and you need to be aware of that when that happens. Yes, that's why a lot of us, we cleanse, cleanse, Palo Santo, sage, or have a candle, have water, use all the elements to create some sort of protection in terms of energy, right? Energy is fluids like water. So it can interfere, or you can create a bubble kind of thing where nothing, when you're reading this energy, it cannot enter or affect you or attack you or try to slow you down or quiet you down or all that shit, whatever energy someone or anything is trying to keep you from doing that. When you cleanse, do your spiritual baths, for some of you if you can. Man, when you're praying, meditating too, that has a higher power source, because you're like a power engine. A lot of you, you're like a power source. You're like a battery, like a human battery. And a lot of people, for some of you, know this energy and want to keep you trapped and tangle and weird ass shit that they're doing by you. Just, some of you are not even involved, but if you're near this energy, they will siphon your energy. They will take it from you. So a lot of you, this is why, wear, I don't know, stuff. A lot of you oh, that's listen to your intuition. If something's telling you just to wear something, I don't know, an amulet or something, and you're going to the store, you're going to, that's your intuition talking to you. And you see it, after you're oh, good thing that I wore this, because I would have been dead or something happened, or I don't know, some weird shit. Never question that voice, that inner voice, that inner guidance, that it's yours. You don't need a GPS, you don't need AI, you don't need none of that. This is what the oligarchs, billionaires are trying to quiet down. Do not let them. That's your like spiritual antenna, like Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? They're trying so hard, I swear. For a lot of you, you have mastered a way of how to protect your energy while you also are a channeler, an energy reader, or artist, or someone who is an influencer. Or, I don't know why I say influencer, but I hope that it's a good kind, that you don't let Zionist people buy you and spread propaganda. That's fucked up. Like every time I look at these people and I look at their pages, like I block all these people because it's like, ugh. Like your soul is worth that much? Really? Your soul, your life is worth that much that you're willing to let the demons, satanic energy, let you pay, buy you. They're buying you so that you can lie for them? What the fuck? And most of y'all, that we do this type of work, truth, we don't get no compensation whatsoever. Glory be to God, donation, glory be to God, like people help us and stuff like that. But most of the stuff is you working on your own, doing your own thing, doing your own business. For a lot of you, you do multiple works and jobs and no shame in it. No shame. You want to dismantle and help destroy this motherfucking empire that is abusing people, you have to become powerful too. And then, no, I'm not just saying in the physical, spiritually. These people rely on very fucked up genocide spirituals, like the darkest of weapon machine companies. You don't think that's some type of ritual? That's some type of satanic, demonic. If you think that that's a normal thing, that it's okay to have war and genocide and all that stuff, get the fuck off my page. Please leave. I'm not for you. I'm not your fucking reader. Fuck off. That too. Yesterday I was reading about honor energy. I'm gonna come back live after. I'm gonna finish this. But there's another energy that I was just like, what the hell? No. No. But we'll talk about it. I will talk about this one. Archangel Riel, okay, again, very fiery. So, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries energy. Not necessarily, but maybe it could be significant. See, the light is going out. I'm not gonna have light anymore. Ah! And then there was light. There is a light. I can turn it on. But just right now it's very peaceful, very nice. But I will turn it on. It's very dark. And I know a lot of people feel uncomfortable with being in the dark or scared of the dark because a lot of you like a lot of trauma happened in the dark. A lot of, yeah, so it's understandable. Inner power, okay? There's lessons to learn in those things. And then, yes, you have resilience, that those things that happened, that you deserve it, or there was not. For a lot of you, there's a lot of people that walking broken wounds and, you know, and not able to close or be able to have and find that stability that they need. Illumination and ideas into form. So Archangel Riel, so a lot of you, if you're stuck or stagnant or feel some type of way, or people are trying to, there's some time of illumination Archangel Riel wants to give you. 444, if you see that, that's just thank him, like, hey, thank you. You will find clarity and something will come up, okay? This is getting much longer than I thought. Okay, so we have Archangel Michael and Goddess Isis, okay? And of course it has to be like the end of it. Almost the end of it. But it's because it's important. A lot of people will not get to listen to this part, except for 1%. I see you. Archangel Michael and Goddess Isis. You have to believe there's a higher power out there. Whoever ends up listening to this when I post it on the YouTube channel. Look at the time where you're watching this. You have to believe in a higher power, because the people who are oppressing you, they know that you have access to this. And those who believe, they know that we have access to this, are giving you that superpower back to you. But it's up to you what you do with it. You have that moral compass inside. It's not a coincidence when you find this video or you're watching this. I'm recording it live because I I don't want to edit it. I just want to leave it as it is. Because this serves this message to be listened the way it's supposed to be. Make sure you go to the link trees. There's families there if you're able to donate. Thank you so much for liking, comment, sharing, copying, and doing what you gotta do to help keep us here. ISIS, right? Since they tried to humanize and demonize her and put her into terrorist organizations, but we know that Isis is a much more powerful divine feminine energy, right? So we know what prices like to dehumanize and demonize divine feminine energy, right? Never let that happen. Isis was a goddess. Okay, she was Isis and Iris and Osiris, right? These are intense master. Ooh, I'm getting this hot here. So she's in resurrection energy, magic, and fertility. 32 could be significant, and then you have the Archangel Michael covering this, covering goddesses or light workers, earth angels. A lot of you could be seeing 999 a lot, 222. There's a lot of much higher power. That this is why a lot of you, when you start believing and having faith and trusting your truth and your talents and doing the things that you got to do, yeah, they scare of you. So go be really scary. Yeah, that's what your ancestors, archangels, a lot of you have amazing ancestors that did amazing things in the past so that you can be free. What are you doing? Honor that. Honor them by doing something that you're supposed to be doing. You know exactly what that is. A lot of you have individual gifts and talents. Stop being jealous and envious of other people. They're not in your journey. It's not the same. A lot of you want to copy, and copy what? Why do you need to copy and steal from other people? Why can't you just be yourself? Why? Ask yourself those questions. That's shadow work. That's decolonization, right? Look at the oligarchs and billionaires. That's all they do, copying each other, stealing from each other, taking from other people that it's not even theirs. They're not your true celebrity. They're not your true nothing. They're fucking parasite. They take from you, your energy. They're nothing without your energy. They are telling you they are nothing without your energy. And when we're telling you anti-racism and decolonization work, you need to do those things in order to be very spiritual. You cannot be very spiritual if you're not doing those things. Spiritual work, confirmation. Archangel Michael wants to bring clarity, truth, and protection. It has always done that. It has always been doing that. Now, water energy. So a lot of you, this is why I was saying water. A lot of you have water. It says trust in the guidance of your inner compass and let it lead you to your true north. True north. Okay. I don't know if you can see it, but there is the starfish, something about coral, pearl, or something like that. A lot of you is like the gift of wisdom, like you're a pearl. Like this is really hard to like, when it's like in true form, okay? People who are above you and who know, a lot of you are gifted and talented and can change a lot of things. They know this, so they try to siphon your energy. Do not let them, okay? Guardian star, guardian of the ocean, providing you with protection and strength. Feel safe and peaceful, okay? You hold a lot of wisdom, a lot of internal wisdom. So embrace the wisdom of the ages and let the luminous light of truth guide your path. Okay, the last thing it says, no, you gotta trust. There's something you're supposed to be trusting, okay? Peaceful resolution is coming. There's something about trust that you're not trusting, or something that if you're not doing those things, you have to ground yourself, okay? There's something about grounding yourself. Okay, so when you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. So although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed up on the earth. We're helping you balance this spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. There's a lot of, I don't know, like a lot of you is protecting you from predator energy, shark energy for some of you. Discover beauty in life's prickly moments and trust that every experience holds a lesson. Okay, the last thing it says Earth Angel. Again, why is like deeming no more light is like more darker now. So a lot of you who consider yourself Earth Angels, not have to be. Others of you, if you're watching this, this is for a lot of you who want to learn about Earth Angels and want to protect them if you know them, or want to, they don't need much protection, they're protected, but it's extra nice to have like other people who are genuinely care and have pure intention towards these people, because these are like pure source, high energy, and they're meant to be doing stuff here that is beyond humanity or anything comprehension. This is why they carry the source, the energy. They have been groomed and harnessed, and they have been, these people, they know because they listen to their inner guidance, intuition. They've been mastering this for a very long time. And there's a lot of people who, I don't know, take advantage of them or use them or stuff like that. But most of the Earth Angels are alchemists and true healers. They constantly healing, and, you know, not that those things that they are getting, that they deserve those things. But I feel like these people are constantly working on healing and forgiving and stuff like that. So you're a light worker who has come to earth to teach about love. So if you're not in that energy of love, when can you get into it? Where is this Earth Angel light worker needs to be getting into it? So this is why last night you didn't felt like partying, or you didn't feel like doing anything, and you just wanted to like connect with, you don't know what, because you just don't know what to do. A lot of you got to visit a lot of the prisoners, political prisoners in the spiritual realm. Yeah, that's your confirmation. You're not crazy. You saw what you saw in the prison cells. It's kind of like your spirit can travel. You can be in multiple places at once for some of you, and that it's not going to resonate with everybody. A lot of you get to listen, and then also like be quiet when you need to be quiet. Like some of the stuff that I'm telling you, I can be doing this in another way, but he wants me to do it this way, which also is really good because I have nobody's in here. I said one person. Okay, so it says, listen. It says, quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires manifestation. A quiet mind and body hearts as quickly and clearly. There is a request to you. Listen. So there's something you're supposed to listen. I'm gonna try to turn on the light. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Oh, very bright. I didn't know my eyes were like, that's my real eyes, by the way. I don't know. I just like the, anyways, let's continue. I'm going to continue the message that is still happening while we end up cleansing my decks for those who just got here. Yeah, so we have the Earth Angel. We have 999, I'm courageous, okay? So a lot of you are seeing a lot of this, okay? It is time to get to work on the realization of your soul mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life that is yours and only yours to fulfill. Unleash your true power. I am courageous. Okay. So, now, what I was getting at, the energy that I'm getting, oh, by the way, 10 could be significant. Ezekiel or Archangel Zadkiel, Zadkiel or Zad. Mercy. transmutation, violet flame. So like I was saying, this flame energy that it comes when you're in your purpose, when you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, not being this Jezebel karmic energy in reverse. I mean, upright. A lot of you're reversed because you're taking accountability. You are standing in your truth and power. You are morally, humanly fucking has integrity. You are against genocide. You are down with systems that make money out of genocide or any kind of genocide. Or of evil, atrocious thing, capitalist energy. You're shedding that, right? Again, this is not for everybody, and I'm not sugarcoating. Like, this is spirit, literally, like, this is what we're saying. Resistance is divine. Yeah. If you're uncomfortable about that, I'm not your reader. I'm not your messenger. No. I'm not here to feed any egotistical. I'm here to break that. See those chains? That's what I'm doing. I don't know about all of you. I don't use my gift and talents for weird ass shit or trying to deceive people or lie to people, distracted or feed the fucking machine. Hell no. If we're gonna do that, I'm gonna do it the right way with the truth, clarity, and justice in it. And please go check out my Telegram. There's plenty of evidence for you to see there. You want spiritual awakening? That is the real one. That's the first one. Decolonizing fucking Zionism. Fuck that shit, right? Right? Yeah, okay. So that's another thing where whoever you are, I gotta get back into it, but you were called in the middle of the night. So 2026, when you're watching this, or whoever you're watching, you didn't want to party, you didn't want to do nothing fucking, no drinking, no nothing. Like, you just like, maybe some of you like smoke or something like that, but it wasn't like, you're not looking for that lustful, high energy, but it's not high energy at all. It's lower vibration at the end, right? For some of you. Others of you have other ways of how you channel, how you tap it. And I'm not here to judge that, and nobody's judging what you do with your life or what you don't do. It's not a competition, or is what it is. So for a lot of you, I'm a divine guidance for that moment in time, 2026, one beginning, whatever. And for a lot of you, you were in meditation state for a very long time, even like fall asleep kind of thing. And you're like, what the fuck? And you felt like your body went to a lot of places. You have really intense dreams. You don't know when you woke up, like, what the fuck? Like, a lot of you went back into it when you woke up. You wouldn't be like, I want to go back. Because a lot of you have different ways of accessing this spiritual experience. Some of you do have that gift, other people don't. So most people, when you tell them about this, they're gonna think you're crazy, or they call you crazy or label you crazy, or that you must be like in Delulu, or you must be too high or too drunk or whatever the fuck. But a lot of you, some of you numb these gifts and talents because it's too much, it's too overwhelming, like knowing too much. And now that you're like this know-it-all, whatever, no, you're actually really humble because you can intuitively feel it. You can read energy. You're better than AI, let's just say. And a lot of people, like, my ears ringing like really hot, they get uncomfortable with that. Like, a lot of you, your energy is that powerful. So this is why you were called last night by spirit to channel, transmute, and alchemize what the evil motherfuckers wanted to do last night with people who are oppressed. They want to continue doing whatever they were doing, and you were called to block it with your energy. You didn't understand why you were called to block it. You just sat down and you decided to, don't know why, but I'm going to help whatever I can to humanity, however way I can. I don't know where this energy is coming from. I don't know where this power is coming from, but I'm listening. I'm trusting and I'm having faith, and I haven't stopped ever since. Some of you are taking a break because you did do that and then you stop. And now you're like, wait, so should I go back? If you feel like it, sure. But if a lot of you answer the call, then you did what you had to do. And this is how we call spiritual warriors, earth angel. You don't understand, but you know that your energy needs to be used somewhere else. But you could be sitting down anywhere in the world, but you're guided to sit the fuck down and pray, meditate, whichever way you do it. Whichever religion you do it, I don't give a shit. Just know that religion is being used in oppression as a weapon and to fucking righteously not used to massacre and ethnic cleanse people. Let's just keep it for real. And it's using capitalism. So fuck that shit. Be as spiritual as whatever the hell. Study all the religion. Study all of them. Study all the books. Now people come with the Torah. Come like I know the scripture. Let's go. Let's get it. Talk to me. Right? Be knowledgeable. Know your fucking books. Know your fucking don't come out here and say that you come on. No. And yes, you're gonna make mistakes, but you have your sources, you have your evidence, you have your stuff that what? Nobody can come to someone who knows their shit, who knows their fucking facts and their dates and everything that you need to know. That's why when I went to environmental science and I studied I was like, yo, I'm gonna know everything I need to know about this system. Because hell no, this needs to, Now I'm into law. I'm so into it now. But only to shift and change that. Because a lot of fucked up shit will not be there. Should not. None of that shit is all to feed ego and to enrich motherfucking people who don't do shit for the planet. They don't do nothing. They are parasitic. Without us, they're nothing. That's why for me, it's okay, I can be spiritual, but I can also be very gangsterly, spiritually, what the fuck? Come to my face and lie to me and pretend. And no, they can't, because we have experience, history, and stuff in the background. And no, nobody's perfect here, but this ego is being shed. You can try it, sure. The fuck? All this of you is the ego is shattering. So the ego death globally, it was I don't know how to explain it. Only people who went through it, you can feel it. It was that powerful that you would pass out and then wake up in the middle of the night and go back and it was powerful. Father God is God or Gaia. He's omnipresent. He could be a girl, a woman, it doesn't matter. It can be anything. We just like to label things. It's what the ego does. And this is why it just kind of lowers our vibration instead of acknowledging this, The illusion of being trapped. Accept responsibility for your situation and then make choices that support your path to happiness. Addictions or unhealthy habits. Oh shit. Do you know when your mom, or any of you who have good healthy moms, okay? Because there's some healthy mamas who should not be a mother or a father for some people. No judgment, but fuck, look what we're dealing in this society right now. Anyways, no judgment. But a lot of us, we have unhealthy habits and unhealthy addictions and stuff like that. And Spirit's tone it down just a little. Shadow work, yeah, but when you're aware of those addictions that are not healthy for you, when it's too much. Yeah, I know, I hate that one. I don't want to hear that one. It's man, I just want to do one. Not really evil or anything like that. It's just sometimes you're I just want to have a beer and But if you're someone who are getting over or trying to recover from, intense alcoholism, and I know those things but it's regressing. You're going back, and if you're not able to self-control yet or not able to hold your liquor, then you are damaging liver situation, right? But we don't like to talk about that because that's too healthy. Oh, come on. We like a karmic, right? We like Jezebel, right? The one that tells you, you know, that friend or partner that says, oh, it's just one drink. It's just one. Come on. Just have one. But they know all the sacrifices that you have to do to get to not drink just one. Because you know yourself that shadowy healing thing, that you know that it's not healthy for you to drink too much. Because a lot of you're still working on self-control, or you use it as a coping mechanism, or you use it as a like trauma numbing thing that you don't want to like, you know, think about. And yeah, that one thing can mean a huge thing for a lot of people, right? That's just an example. But you know which addiction is like not too much. You know, not judgment, eh? We are a spirit having a human experience, okay? But the human, the body, has to be taken care of, okay? And please understand, your body is a political motherfucking shit, okay? You need to understand that oppressors need your motherfucking body, okay? Especially feminine energy. Let's keep it for real. My other reading that I'm gonna do, I'm feeling that vibe of like 1930s, like, you know how women were like, I don't know, there's something about 1930s. I found this music and I'm gonna vibe and do that later. But anyways, let's just finish this. Ego, we shed the ego last night. There's a lot of Chariot and the Queen of Wands energy, divine feminine energy. I know that Queen of Wands has a bad reputation, right, as the witchy and the other women and the third party and I don't know what other bullshit. Whatever. The point is, the Queen of Wands is a fire energy. She takes action. She is courageous. Yeah. Something the patriarchy will never motherfucking be. Okay? Yeah. So whoever you are, you're shedding patriarchy and misogyny. You are aware of it. You see it and you can't unsee it now. You're like, fuck. Damn it. And it doesn't matter if you're a male or female. It doesn't matter. You know this energy that I'm speaking of. Why is it going back to this when we're talking about last night meditating and shedding the oppressing energy? Why? Well, the Queen of Wands in the past, this is what happens when you study and you decolonize, you know, you read a book. Yeah, it's good. There's multiple books about this. There's the this book about white women who don't see black women or something like that. I don't know what to call. I'm gonna look for it, but I have it somewhere. Anyways, there's a lot of books, indigenous books, black women books. But the Queen of Wands in the past, she was considered a witch, right? Or someone who was like a healing or doing practices and stuff like that, that in the past was actually helping people be in a stable, balanced, equal way. And this was shedding, a lot of people were shedding a lot of shackles and slavery and oppression, right? So during that time, the system did not like that this Queen of Wands in the past, you know, they were burning the stake and all that bullshit, kakalaka. Yeah. That's those women, men, or whatever that happened during that time. It was not just women. There was a lot of queer and a lot of free spirit in the past as well, who had a lot of gifts than in the past. Okay, so a lot of you're still feeling that energy of past energy of like being prosecuted or something like that, or there's a lot of things different now than there were in other lifetimes. So a lot of you, this will resonate with some people and some people will not. It's okay. The Chariot. You have to remember the Chariot is the energy of moving forward, and moving forward in a way that is balanced. So you have the light and then you have the dark. And then these two have to constantly be in a balanced state. You are doing that if you are resonating with this energy, okay? And now I'm just confirmation, validation of what you already know, okay? But the spirit guides, your ancestors, your energy or anything, they want to clarify some things. They're meant in the energy to confuse you and dilute you and maybe make you in a way to decay faster when you're meant to be living a long life, healthy life, and helping other people. Okay? So addictions tend to decay or lower down the energy that you're supposed to be doing already during this lifetime, during this time, this frequency, okay? And if you're not aware that that is happening in your actual life and reality, it's really sad for you and your lineage as well, because it's like you're, how do I say it? You're being left behind unconsciously. And you don't need to be left behind. There's no need, because you deserve to be in that energy. You deserve to be there too. You deserve to progress and grow and use that talent and gifts. And then a lot of you, like, you feel like you don't have a lot to give, or that you don't have nothing to say, or you don't. That's not true. They wouldn't be attacking you or wanting you to be quiet that much, or trying to jeopardize a lot of you, your stability, your finances. There's something about you having that stability, that yin and yang balance energy, that intimidates other people who have more than you. So for a lot of you think that you're not important, or that there's nothing, like nobody cares, or nobody's looking at me, nobody's checking me out, or like, I don't know, there's this energy of like, you don't even know your own power, which is really sad. And I feel like you're being called in a really weird live way to tap in, to read something today or anytime. There's something message for you that you need to, that is only between you and that source that created you. And yeah, this is even for people who are atheists. I know. Because God loves atheist people. It is just what it is. They're the best. Some of them. Because they're not consumed by religion, doctrine, and Magda, and whatever the fuck. They're not. And most of them are anarchist, which our Christ consciousness energy is. It's anti-capitalist. It has always been. It's just that the Christianity propaganda, Zionist, and all that shit is really, like, there's a lot of money involved in that. And we'll get into that another time. But whoever you are knowledgeable about this. So this is not like new, and if it is, there's a lot to learn, and there's nothing wrong with not knowing or being ignorant or comfortable with ignorance, because it's not a flex during this time. Okay. It says reward that comes from hard work, successfully balancing many priorities at once, determination and willpower, and then public recognition. You don't give a fuck about that. This is who I'm talking about. Yeah. You don't care about public stuff, accolades, being famous, celebrity, all that shit. You do not give a fuck about that. If you think that who I'm speaking to gives a shit about celebrities, then this is not your message. It's not. That's how you know also. Like, I'm speaking with someone that you will have this in a humble and authentic way without whatever this celebrity have done in the past. Any celebrity, any people who have make any money during this lifetime. You're not gonna be the usual, like the way that you will balance things and bring equality and stability is outside of the status quo. Too high vibration, it's not for you. And those who staying, you want to learn about this and you're curious, that's fine. You can be curious. But I know a lot of people we're not. I'm gonna shift it a little bit. We're at 1,003 and then there's 0 people here. Right now, this is a live, okay? And it's safe and it's not on YouTube or any. This message is for you. You have to believe in magic because you are the magic. And this message is going through a lot to get to here. And hopefully it will save. I really do, because it's been long. But I hope it's saved for you. And I know I will. And I pray that it reaches the person that it's supposed to be reaching. This God is energy. There's still no one here. But I know whoever needs to have this message, you will understand this eventually, even though maybe it might not make sense now, but it will, okay? Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. So a lot of you could be considered, people consider you like goddess energy, or some of you, they consider you that, but they're not, okay? So words of abundance. So a lot of you, you're very strong, okay? Very strong. Stay in this strength, okay? Very strong. Like, oh, I can like bath in this energy. Courage, bravery, inner wisdom, inner strength, self-control. And then you have this guidance, this archangels like just behind you, like, we're right behind you. You're the lion, don't forget. A lot of you, your power, your gift, and look, they're giving you like a crown. I just noticed that. It's giving this lion a crown, like, crowned you. Like there's like a reward or something for some of you, but it's like a spiritual inner reward, because when you tap in, when you do the meditation, when you tap in, like you have multiple days, I think, because we started at midnight last night. And it's still going, like I still feel the energy, like there's other people like tapped in prayer, meditation, like I'm seeing people like with like the Quran, Muslim, I'm seeing Christian, but the right Christians, like anti-Zionists, okay? And like a lot of people in that meditation prayer, their own way that they're doing it, and they're wishing for free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan, and like end of oppression, free all the oppressed, like really an intense energy, and then focusing on the fucking island that they all are, right? And a lot of you, you're literally, right? Yeah. You have to believe in your own power and your own magic. You know the evil and enemy where you know it. You know it, and you see it, and you know, and you don't need much proof, as Father God is keep giving you. A lot of you recently saw my Telegram and you're like, how the fuck these people are so evil, right? A lot of you were supporting that, you were all for that shit, and you're like, oh, it was making me money, so what? But then now you feel the guilt and conviction, right? That one never goes away. That's your conscience. That's what we're telling you, that capitalism is fucking evil and satanic as fuck. And we should not have oligarchs and politicians. They should be all fired. They should be in The Hague. Yeah. And it's not a conspiracy theory to say these things. You have to put it in existence. Father God, Spirit, Gaia, our planet are literally saying, my child, speak it into existence. You have the power of your tongue. Speak it into existence. Write it down. Burn it. Put it in a little paper. A lot of you write 13 wishes and save one. And burn the 12 and see magic happens. But you have to constantly believe and have faith. But also, the best way that you can manifest your wishes faster, or whatever you want to call it, or that it comes with the right energy when you're ready and in the right balanced way and you get everything, you know what I'm saying? Manifest for another person. Manifest for someone else. Manifest, wish freedom for another person. Other people, family, or things. The ending of a genocide. The ending of apartheid. Hello? Can we manifest that for another person? Other people that we're watching suffering on a fucking 24-hour basis? Can we do that? That's what we started last night at midnight. Just saying, if you're late for the party. That's our meditation. That is a spiritual revolution. I told you guys, I don't want a motherfucking resolution. I want revolution. And I want to start it from spiritual realm first. And that's what the call is. And Father God answer. Father, Gaia, our planet. She answered. It was beautiful. Where were you? Right? Distracted, partying, and fucking being weird ass people that you don't fucking like. But, you know, you need to feed the fucking lustful spirit energy, right? Instead of actually hearing the call. People who are in the anti-genocide heard the call last night. Some of you calling, protesting, doing all the stuff that you're supposed to be doing. Saving or creating ways that you can make money for other people. Save other people dealing with intense genocide. And now all of a sudden their humanitarian aid is being blocked. Since today, January 1st, they put a law that they're going to block 37 humanitarian aid. For people who are already suffering, who are dealing with the worst condition, floods, winter intensely, people are dying of cold. And you still have evil motherfucking demons, satanic people making excuses about it. Because they're making money. Oh, I'm comfortable. I have my subscribers, I got my views, I got my shit. I got all my money. I don't care. Yeah? Okay. That's why for me, I just watch that energy and look at it like, I see you in purgatory, burning in fucking hell. Just the same way that you're talking, but you're asking other people to help you when you're stuck in purgatory. A lot of you do not, you think, no, spirituality. Oh, spirituality is the most just ever. That's why I stick to justice, truth, and clarity. That's why people say, oh my God, you're like a walking karma. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Very proud of it too. Because I have to go through motherfucking karma and shit when I do weird shit that I know I should not be doing. Nobody's perfect here. But some of us can stand with our intern, fire, how do you call it? How do you call this? The wand, you know, when you're in the dark in a cave or something and you're holding this thing made out of like oil or something and it's like fiery, you know what I mean? And you carry that strength, you scare as fuck. You're like, fuck, I hate the dark. But you know, at the end of the line, there's people that if you go and help them, you give up everything. Because you know, at the end of that line in that cave, there's people that you need to save. That are going to be also part of your legacy and your own salvation and your own liberation as well. That's what it looks like. That's what I felt like, a tunnel that we were last night. And we're still in it, by the way. Tap in. Just sit down. Put a candle, water or something. And how's a crystal? Whatever. A lot of us would channel a different way. I like to channel with crystals and keeps my environment clean and all fucking demons and fucking weird ass shit. Because, yeah, they are. They're everywhere. They're not just inside weird-ass karmic Jezebel people. You know, the one that you stay away from? The narcissists and weird-ass energy? Unhealed people and support genocide, you know, those ones, you know? Yeah, they take money for, yeah. They have no remorse. They have no empathy whatsoever. They don't care. They only care about themselves. Yeah, those ones. The ones that we're constantly telling you guys that it's like, do not make business or let them read your energy or help you in any fucking way, because they're not. They're always jealous and envious of other people all the time. They're constantly stuck in this, like, trying to find people who have this inner strength, because a lot of you don't seek validation from other people. You don't care what you know your truth. You know you're here for a different thing and you're not apologizing for it. Well, you attract a lot of people who are in the opposite of strength. Yeah, I know. Welcome to Earth School. Yeah, so you gotta get tougher. You gotta get that tough skin. And this is why a lot of us, we go to therapy. We go to strength or spiritual strength. And most of our therapists is source, it's divine, it's Gaia, it's our planet. It's not AI. It's really not. I don't know how that ended up happening. It's not fucking AI who's gave us strength. And to talk like what is that? Like, I don't understand. I really don't get it. Especially when you are aware, you do the research and you know that it's taking water resource from other people who need it, who live in conditions and environments that these motherfucking plants who not should be there are built there on purpose to harm those people. Why? Because they're of color, or they're indigenous, or whatever. They're poor communities. They're on purpose. These people are fucking evil as fuck. And you using this motherfucking shit, you're telling them, yeah, you're doing a great job. Great. I'm more smarter now. I sound much better on my paper or whatever the fuck, my blog or whatever the fuck. A lot of you, there's taking away your emotional intelligence to think for yourselves. To have your own sovereignty and your own decisions without anything interfering other than your own soul's divine. Do your research. I'm not just talking here out of my ass. I also, if you want more links and sources, go to my Telegram, go to my Linktree. There's plenty of evidence for you there. But Telegram, you look at the Telegram, you pin. You can follow if you like. I'm constantly updating that. Or you can check out the pin and it's go back 2 years. My YouTube channel, my TikTok, everything is, they were not gonna know. A lot of you, you're not silenced. You can fight in the spiritual realm. That's what I teach here. I don't give a fuck anymore. Okay? Tap in. You can do prayers. You can do... A lot of you, if you receive any financial during the time of meditation, any finances, yes, you will receive a lot of finances. It's not just for you. Know when Spirit's telling you, I need you to donate to this family. I need you to donate. You have to donate. Yes, I know there's a bill somewhere. There's something that you have to pay. It can motherfucking wait. Human lives cannot wait. Cannot wait. You can pay it later. Yeah, a lot of us, we have to consciously like, okay, do we pay gas today? Or do we buy food for our kids or stuff like there's that energy which should not happen. You should never have to question that shit. You should have these things accessible for you. So us speaking into existence that this should be normalized, that free healthcare, free shelter. Just imagine what you could do with motherfucking free shelter. And then other people who have no fucking homes, who lives in the fucking street during this time. Like all I can think of that too is like the misery and suffering of those in the freaking snow. There was a snowstorm. It looked like a snowstorm. There was so much freaking snow, like so much. And then there was people doing like the fireworks, but you can't see the fireworks in the snow. So they were still doing it. So it sounded like fucking shots and bombs. A lot of us, we can never fucking hear fireworks anymore the same way, right? Because all we can think of is what we witnessed for 2 years, and also watching our content creators and our people live, and you can hear the fucking thing, and the planes and the drones and the bombs, right? No, we will never forget. They are counting on this, that you guys forget all that you went through, the experience, and how you felt when you were along with those people who decided to fucking show you the evidence, to risk everything so that you can have it, so that you know the truth, so that you can advocate for them. That's what we do here. But I do it in the spiritual sense as well. I show both ways, shadow and light, right? I know that alchemy and transmutation comes with that energy of making people very uncomfortable. Yeah, trust me, it makes me really uncomfortable too. But I have to get over my fucking self, my own fucking ego, and do what we gotta do. Some days it's very difficult to come out here live or anything, or do editing and stuff like that, and the energy is so strong and powerful that it makes you like you feel like you're in the water, dark waters, like some type of ocean, right? And like you diving in those things, and you're like, okay, where can I be of use? How can I be of service to humanity, to anything possible way? Like, what is it that a lot of you have ways, and you're not doing it because it makes other people uncomfortable. Uncomfortable of what? Of you expressing the truth. Like they're literally, if they're uncomfortable with your truth and morals and integrity and equality, they're not your fucking people. They're not your family. They're nothing. So what the fuck? A lot of you, you're hesitating to let go of this karmic energy, Jezebel energy that is just siphoning and decaying your gifts and talents. And then you complain after, why don't I get blessings? Why am I always attacked? Why this and that? I don't know. Maybe ask yourself what's going on in your environment. Who are you allowing in your life? Who is... And I'm not saying that everything is outside of, whether it's you blaming yourself. Most of the stuff it is. We live in an oppressive system with jealous, envious energy who can't stand the fuck out of a lot of you. And then they get mad and annoyed because you overcome whatever they've done to block your abundance and your blessings so that they can have it, so that they can keep it, stealing it the same way that they do it. But now it's changing. Like, they're having dreams, I'm telling you. They're having dreams that they're going to lose it all. They will. They're going to. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah. They don't like to hear it either. But yeah, you constantly wish that on other people. You constantly make sure that those people go through it and know their lessons. You wanted to, there's some people here that wanted to humble some of you. Humble you. Okay. Humble you for what? I love you, you're already humble. So this is like not, just trust the divine. Okay, continue the moral compass. And it's something about cancel, clear, and delete. Yeah. So a lot of you are going to understand that. It could be the way that you speak to yourself or your assistants or where you're at, or... But a lot of you is like, don't stop talking about what you know you need to be talking about. Let's settle down. Bueno. If you're going to settle down with some weird ass energy, make sure that they are okay here, and morally, emotionally intelligent. Do not waste your time with people who are just using you, okay? Like, there's a lot of that. And that too is like the Queen of Wands looks as a villain because when she is on a higher vibration, not only she becomes very spiritually enlightened and in alignment, but also she becomes like, her discernment is so fucking sharp that it fucking cuts. It cuts the illusion, like for real. Like a lot of you in the spirit, it cuts, and then you feel it at the physical, like you're like, ah, like, oh fuck. Yeah. So when she becomes this is something that she had to, I'm seeing Medusa for some of you. I don't know, could be significant, but when you look at the truth, like it can paralyze you and like turn into stone, right? So a lot of you, the energy is that spirit is saying not to be afraid to look at that truth and see it for what it is, and then go through that phase of like, you know, and then how to alchemize and transmute that energy that's trying to like freeze you or block you or create this like statue energy. You can break off of that. That's, I'm seeing the 8 of Swords, like it's a mind thing. You have to, this is why a lot of us, we are tapping into in the mind. It's not tapping into life or readings or, and like I'm doing this for that, to create a pause so that I can guide some of you, because this is really intense, high vibrational energy. Shedding oppression can lift, right? But also bring you more down to the abyss, right? A lot of you, when you tap in for a couple more hours, for some of you who are in that intense meditation and you're very powerful clairvoyants, medium-ish, psychic people, okay? This is not for everybody. You tend to think like, wait, am I tripping, or am I like going through, like, what is this, like, why? It's good to ask those questions. Seek the answers in your dreams and in your spirit guides, your archangels. You have to constantly question and ask everything in the spirit and also in the physical. That's why a lot of you, the life purpose came up first, okay? Because you have to know both the material sense and the spiritual sense. Where did I hear that? I heard that was like, wait, what?
Wait, I think it was here.
You see, release resentment about money. A lot of you don't have any resentment, but you feel like there's an employment change. So a lot of you getting, it's something about visualization, but I understand because it's harder to see that when you live in a world where not everything is equal. So how can you visualize? How can you see when you're already the lows of the lows, or you're watching someone the lows of the low, or you want to help that person and you can't, but you really genuinely want, and you're trying to, for some of you, this is a lot of you do extra jobs or extra stuff, and you go and it's to help your families or to help other people in other parts of the world. Like a lot of you have that inner strength, and a lot of people is like, well, you can have like 3 to 4 jobs, like what the hell? It's not a flex. It's not right for you to be doing that, but a lot of you have to do it out of necessity. And sometimes this is why for a lot of you to be a citizen, or like not citizen, like someone of like that contributes to the community. This is why you have to do it as like a voluntary work for some of you, and you go out of your way to do those things. So like Spirit is saying, like those things are valid, like they accumulate in a energetically, spiritual, financial inheritance way that colonizers and oppressors have no access to it. My ear just popped. They have no access. So when you don't believe in that, you are allowing the oppressor to have that seed in your mind that it's okay for them to steal from you or steal from other people and to continue doing that. We are breaking off that chain together. So if you want to be part of it, because it's not something that's going to happen like, oh, just today, woo. You know, how you guys are used to technology, and it's divine timing. But the action has to be made, and you have to be consistent, and you have to be precise and clarify your intentions of what exactly you are in source portal now in 2026 doing this. So it's a choice. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. For a lot of you, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? That's fine. It's not your message. It's not for you. I'm talking to the people who really are curious or have done it already and are just taking a break now and are watching, and they're like, yeah, confirmation. It's just lifting your spirit. That's the point. It's giving you extra energy and abundance and prosperity and protection and discernment, because I already alchemize and transmute this energy. It has to go somewhere. Love and prosperity and discernment and strength for the resistance. We are passing it around. There's nothing anyone can do. It's just an energy, you can say invisible, whatever. And it goes beyond time, space. And it's all about physics. If you know physics, you know quantum field, right? You study it. A lot of you study quantum field, quantum mechanics, but you don't believe in spirituality and how our mind is beyond, and colonizers and all their guards have no access to that, and they're jealous and envious of that. And they know that the way that they can oppress it is through your finances, taxes and all that, is stealing and taking. And they're scared as fuck that you have this knowledge that I'm giving to you now. And I don't give a fuck. You should know this. You should have awareness of this. You should know deep down that this will resonate so deep that they will never have access to that. Because they don't. They like to believe and make you guys fearful and believe and all this bullshit and propaganda and all that shit. Focus. Focus. Spirit's asking to focus. There's still nobody here. Detox your friendships. Bueno. Are we doing that? I hope so. Anyways, God gave you such a great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful. Free the oppressed, equality, decolonization, you know, like all the things that we wanted for humanity, healing of humanity, land back, the end of oppression. Fuck the oligarchs, fuck Israel, you know, fuck all that shit. And taking all that truth and knowledge and justice and alchemizing that energy, right? All that evil that you've seen for a lot of you, or a lot of you like to ignore, you're taking all of that and you're transmuting it and turn it into protection, guidance, abundance, return of your investment, let's just say, for a lot of you who are in the business, even though that's fucking a scam, right? Because capitalism is a fucking scam, right? Yeah. That's the rage divine feminine energy that you guys have to constantly nurture. And that fire energy, that's what Spirit is saying. You guys have that within yourself. What are you doing about it? Oligarchs and fucking motherfuckers, my phone is gonna die. They don't want you to know. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful. Equality, free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan, free all the oppressed. Healthful. Healthful. That is healthy, right? Spiritually, financially, economically, mentally, whatever way, agriculturally, environmentally, positive and filled with blessings. And that is what you will experience. And no, it's not this feeding your delulu and mojo mojo, whatever the hell. It's not that. Now, it's crazy that these are the first cards that came out first and then their last card that I'm reading. Like I mentioned, base chakra, okay? Your base chakra is the red energy, your foundations. This is something that they are constantly siphoning and stealing. And a lot of you need to, one of those things that help is boycotting. There's a lot of companies that siphon and take your energy. If you know where to cut off, where is taking your energy? My energy power is going down. What is it? And you'll notice that once you start boycotting certain companies or energies or things that you used to buy, or now you're shifting, your energy is changing, your money is looking different, you're seeing a better shift, is because you let go of that karmic energy, that curse. Because these, genocide companies are fucking cursed, right? This is what we're saying. Boycotting is not just beneficial to drain and these motherfuckers who are disgusting. It's also for yourself, to liberate yourself. Start boycotting. Learn about the BDS movement. You need to learn about these things. And yes, you need to be political because everything is political. They are taking advantage that you're not knowledgeable about this, that you don't care about politics, that you don't care about a system that oppresses you, that keeps you this. And then on top of it all, it keeps everybody else too. I'm not okay with that. So we are going to do everything we possibly can to shift that. And I'm talking spiritually in every possible way. And do what you can to defend yourself in the spiritual realm and the physical realm as well. Don't be naive. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, your career, and finances, as your words determine your outcome. It's for real. So make sure that you're not cursing your own selves and you're not saying things about your own home and things like that. Speak things into existence, okay? And then do it for other people too. You know, some people are struggling. Some people, you see some people homeless and stuff like that. It's not just giving money, although that is actually helpful, but some of them know. Blanket or food or something like that. Like recently, that's another thing that I was like, I keep remembering that time when I was staying in this home, this lady will cry massively for the cold because she was cold. And all I would think of was like, yo, I have all this blanket, might as well, like, you know. And as soon as I decided to do that, I saw another neighbor went and did exactly what I was doing. Like, it was exactly what I was gonna do. But still, or even them sometimes offering just staying in my living room for now, like, you know, anything. But I know a lot of you never let anyone stranger into your house, and I get it. Like, there's a lot of weird energy, but there's people dealing with a lot of stuff. that they shouldn't be dealing. Like, we should not be okay with like homelessness, and like, it's just not. Like, why does we need a system that needs to have homelessness to exist? What the fuck? Why are we normalizing that? Why have we decided to normalize that? And why do we look at people like me or anyone who voices something different, who believes in something different? And a lot of people are like, oh, that's just too optimistic. Why? Why is it so optimistic? Why? Why can we get together and change that once and for all? Why? Why? And there it is. There's the programming condition that we're trying to dismantle. If you still think that that's shit, it's normal and that is okay, you're so fucking deep in this shit. And it's sad and pathetic. And you could do better. That's it. Know better, do better. Vacuum away fear, okay? They feed off that. They need fear. Karmic energy, Jezebel energy needs fear to sustain itself. So be aware of it when they need to feed and cut it off, right? Cut off the fear, put courage in it, put bravery in it, put love into it. Like, it says, call upon Archangel Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, this situation, and everyone involved. There's the twin flame energy, and a lot of people, not everybody's twin flame. Twin flames are revolutionary fighters. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Revolutionary fighters, most of them are dealing with political prisons, and they are the real twin flames. So I don't know what the fuck anybody's talking about. But I know that they won't tell you the real truth because they don't want you to think like, oh no, these people are nothing. They are meant to be. They are disrupting the society. They are not conforming. They're not believing the lies and the propaganda. They're not, giving you the tea that you want to hear. That's why everybody in the tube and everything doing right now, that's it. That's why I said like those who want real energy reading about this, which we're rare and we're not that many, you're not going to find readers, the real kind, if they're not decolonizing, if they're not in anti-racism work. Because twin flame energy, twin flames are anti-racist. They're like Christ consciousness, anarchists, anti-capitalists. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but I'm going to give you what you need to hear. This is why a lot of you think, oh, I am a twin flame. Really? Are you? How was your homelessness experience? Who did you help lately? Are you espousing truth and fucked up shit that is happening in the world? Are you against genocide? Which revolutionary fighters or communities do you support so that they can continue gaining strength to continue fighting the evil fucking satanic evil demons that you will never fucking fight, that you will never stand up to and fight? That's twin flame. That's how I know and learned it. And Father kept saying, no, that is it. A lot of you have this concept that, and this is why this is not for everybody, because these people are shedding. They're constantly in ego death, constantly outside of the status quo. They don't have time to be doing, and if they are readers, they're constantly working in the background, voluntary work, doing the work that a lot of people don't want to do, wiping a lot of asses too, dealing with people with disabilities as well. Ableism, right? Dealing with a lot of racist motherfuckers and putting them in their fucking place, right? Yeah. So this message is not for everybody. No, I'm not trying to ostracize you or but yeah, we do have to cut the snakes, shed the snakes and clear out the path so that we can see more clear. That's what truth and clarity and embracing justice is. It's not just accommodating to whatever people want to hear or they don't want to hear or whatever. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. And a lot of people, you don't believe in God, you don't believe in nothing. But yet you think that God gave you, you're chosen and all this motherfucking shit. Last but not least, listen to your intuitive messages. Yeah. Your intuition is your Wi-Fi, is your protection, is everything before tarot reader, messengers, news, none of that shit. Hear it from source first. Learn to nurture that. If you don't like, oh, I don't know, I can't hear, I don't hear anything. You're already telling the divine, I don't want to hear it. It's not hard. It's really not. Everyone has divine feminine energy, intuition. Just hold yourself accountable. Why do you need to, work on and shed? And, that you shouldn't be doing certain things. That's between you and God. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not your savior. I'm not your no. I'm not your mother, your father, no. Just messenger. And I'm telling you that a lot of you do have the power to just literally get confirmations, literally get, you can call things and the literal happens into existence. You have to believe in it and you have to trust that. And you have to stop letting whatever the oppression system or whatever is going on also to let you kind of distract you from that, right? A lot of you, it's not a distraction to stand up for justice. I just want to make that clear because it's not a fucking trend. Activism and all of that, it's not a trend. It's not a lot of you is like, oh, it's just a trend and then it happens and then everybody move on and goes to something else. No, I haven't stopped moving. I never move on. I don't know why are you guys talking about. There's a lot going on in Sudan. There's a lot going on in Congo. Look at my reposts. Look at G broadcasts. Like this has never stopped. It hasn't stopped. This evil, toxic machine hasn't stopped creating fear, bombing and killing, and they make money of it. Videos and stuff like that. Yeah, look, like I'm still like when I saw all these motherfuckers, white, obviously, farts, cowards, literally standing in line, taking the picture of their life with the company the machine company that they have killed a bunch of people in Palestine, literally posting like as if like a car exhibition. And then you see the videos in the background of the genocide of these machines. And these are also connected with corporations, with fossil fuels, who also are what is going on with indigenous communities in Canada, anywhere in the US and that stuff like, yeah. No, but it's not. And then the gaslighting, that's what we have to deal with. A lot of us are true seller and stuff like that is posting this. It's the constant gaslighting and it's exhausting. That's the point. It's oppression. They are creating this gaslighting manipulation because they know you're telling the truth. They just don't want you to say it or don't want you to expose them or don't want you to bring them to justice. They don't want you to be the one to put them in prison. But if it's not you, it's eventually a lot of people. Because right now it's in a 4K exposed for the past 2 years. And before that, there's way before that. 77 before that. That's why they're constantly trying to erase it or trying to ban it or trying to discredit or dehumanize it and stuff like that. It's because they know it's true. They're just trying to dampen the truth and then put more lies and buy trillions of propaganda and stuff like that and try to but the truth just comes out just so easily. You wanna know why? I think we hear my neighbor. But do you wanna know why? Because truth cannot be hidden for long. It's just surface. This is why liars and manipulator and gaslighter and narcissists, they cannot fucking stand. It's a true teller person. It's someone who can read energy and know this. So a lot of you that too, we kept hearing that a lot of people, when you read energy and you're better than a liar detector or something like that. And a lot of you is true. People cannot lie to you because you know when they're lying. And some of you give them grace and you're like, okay, Eventually they will say the truth, right? Some of them do, some of them don't, but that's not for you to decide. Sometimes Father God will tell you no. Just know the truth and that's okay. That's between you and me. Not everybody has that access, that gift. You do, or some of you. Others of you, if you know someone who have that gift, honor that person, protect that person. They're here for a much fucking, and they go through fucked up shit. More intense, and it's not a competition. Trauma is not a fucking competition. Going through oppressors and fucked up shit, so that, so especially those who gaslight their intuitive nudges and stuff like that, constantly be prosecuted and stuff like that, and they're still kind and helpful and they're still loving, and you don't understand. You're like, oh my God, you went through all that and you're still a good person. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. And those are rare. Those happen like once in a blue moon. We had that once. And we sacrificed him, and now we use his knowledge and stuff for fucked up shit and money and stuff. And now he lives through like everyone. And people still don't believe. Like there's this internal justice that he's happening before it manifests in the physical. And we have to trust and believe and have faith intensely, without doubt. And that's the work. It's so hard. Because once you get there, you're sovereign and you're whole. And then anything trying to attack you, it just keeps you, if anything, makes you more stronger. So a lot of you like honor where you've been and where you're going. It matters, and it matters to other people who watch your journey as well, who learn from you. For a lot of you, if you're a speaker who helps a lot of people wake up, this is why your lives or your videos are tampered down and they don't want people to see it. They want to quiet your voice. They want to silence. And to that, you keep on singing. You keep on singing. You keep on, just keep going. Don't mind them. Just like, okay. And then keep going. Okay? There's nothing a fucking jealous, envious energy who wants to quiet you down hates more when you ignore them, when you don't mind them, when you see them, you're like, a lot of us, we saw it, right? Unfortunately, there's people who have evil intentions who also have powers like you, who harness energy, and you also have to deal with those and on a daily basis also, because they work for the enemy and they get paid for that, and then they pay for it harder because a lot of you intensely protected, so they start losing stuff, death, and a lot of shit happening to their families and things in their life, house, and then they wonder why those things are happening. But it's like, what were you doing to this other person? What were you trying to gossip or anything, or try to, what were you trying to do? You work with this company and you try to take away their content, or you try to remove, and then you wonder why in your family and things are happening and you're losing money and things are just dying around you, and then you wonder why, and then you remember that you put someone in prison because you think that that person should not be speaking about what they're speaking, even though you know it's true, even though you're just jealous and envious of that person. So you make sure that you take your negative, disgusting power that you have and use it for the wrong reasons and start attacking this person. And this goes for anyone who works in the legal or police or whatever the fuck. There's this energy like this. I'm seeing this officer or someone, like they regret putting someone. They're like, I regret doing that. And that's conviction. So there's someone, yeah. But no pity to you though. You're not the victim, motherfucker. You tried to though. But yeah, learn to recognize when the actual victims are being demonized and dehumanized, and then the oppressor acting like a motherfucking victim and acting like, oh no, but I had to do that because of what? Why? When you know that those people are speaking the truth, right? Yeah, there's a lot of abuse of power that's going to change. Listen to your intuitive feelings, okay? So your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine, okay? And that's my confirmation. And that's my way to say, I love you. I hope this is helpful. I'll come back after. I'm gonna take a little break, meditate a little bit, get back into the portal. It's very big, by the way. Like, I still feel it. It's like I'm connected, like I'm out, but I'm like, I feel the souls, the energy just flowing. It's really beautiful if you're tapping. For those of you who want to, this is called removal blockages. You can work on your chakras if you want, meditate with that, start with music. You can meditate or channel through water if you're into that, or fire, light up a candle. Be close to a plant if you want to. Father God, Gaia, energy source, outside of AI, outside of your phone. Yeah, I know I'm in the phone now because I gotta do this, but but there's something that you have to do outside of any other interference. Silence and being clear with your intentions. Why are you here? Why do you feel that you deserve to be there? And you should always know that you deserve to be there. It's free. I know for a lot of you living in a suppressive and capitalist system, understanding that free is like, oh my God, I mean, you like free stuff, right? So free knowledge, free understanding, free of any destruction in the world, and really focus between you and source and what is it that you want to do for your communities, for other people, for yourself, if that's the only reason why you want to tap in. For others of you who tap in and trying to block other people or trying to jeopardize those people from liberating themselves from slavery, oppression, and genocide, you are definitely caught out of that energy. So this is why Zion is demonic energy. They cannot stand it. They are not welcome there. They're not. They're not. Only people with true intentions and true hearts. And that's, there's actually a lot of you who have moral and integrity and are against genocide. Multiple of those. Yeah. So oligarchs and billionaires and people who they don't want to hear that. They're gonna create some type of way. Oh, they're crazy. Whatever the fuck she's saying, she crazy. Yeah. I know my truth, and I know that this truth comes from much ancient and fought a lot of shit to get to this point. So I'm good. I don't need validation. I know what I know. Spiritual bro. You can alchemize and transmute with the right energy together. That's their fear, that they don't want you to know. And it's free. You just have to sit down, pray, and talk to Father God, Gaia, whatever you want to call it. You can channel with any of nature free stuff if you have it. If not, just sit down anywhere where you're comfortable and just stay and listen. Just listen. I know. You might feel like you want to, have something to write. Write something. If you receive any messages, write it down. Film it. Whatever the fuck. But get back into it. Help us dismantle this motherfucking evil system that should not be here. That's what I'm speaking. And that's why it's not for everybody. And that's why my thing is still 0. Like, nobody watching. Again, it proves my point. Continue shedding this fear. Continue working on this. I'll come back. There is an energy that I need to talk about, but I'll talk about it after. Try to make sure that this is uploaded. Free Palestine, free Congo, free Sudan. Confirmation from my cat. Yo, that's great. Yes. He's like, it's time to go now. Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching all the way here. If you have, let me know in the comments what you think. How was your experience navigating this portal 2026, the year 1? And yeah, thank you so much those who like, comment, and share, and donate if you'd like to donate, or give in the link tree the families. Okay, if you like a reading, I do not do personals, but if you send me an email or donate something that you've donated to any of the families in my link tree or anyone else somewhere, and send me a confirmation, yeah, and I will give you a reading, whatever it is that you need to know, or a specific question or something. But that's how I'm deciding to do this year. Yeah, any proceed or any donations, that's something that I also want to be doing as well, will be doing as well. So thank you so much for listening. I hope that this was helpful and it brought you some enlightenment and guides you in the right journey. And I'll see you next time. Okay, love you. Bye.